Alright, welcome to the new format. This is the Dirty Casual Corner 23.
Yeah.
For the date is, I believe, October 13th. You know, we're in the spooky months now.
So it's also something else special, the 13th.
It's our first year anniversary.
Yep.
And looky here who we got for our first year anniversary.
A fucking crusader.
Yeah. You know, someone who's been here...
Straight from the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah. You know, he's only wearing my helmet for now, but I gotta say though, you know, we've had him before on the show, and well, why don't you go show us what's under the mask? Good night.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, it's the unicorn. Santiago, how's it going?
Not bad, you guys. How you guys been?
Yeah, how's the normie life?
Normal.
Alright, so I've been hearing you've been playing a lot of a certain game you're gonna be mentioning?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, we'll get into our first section anyways.
Alright, so yeah.
As per usual.
Okay, so who's gonna start this one off? Out of curiosity.
Should I?
I feel yes, as long as you don't mention Goblin Slayer.
Oh. It'll be... Okay, I'll let you go for that later, but...
No, actually you could. I'll have to get into it.
So anyways, what I've been watching, continuing from...
Okay.
As usual, Attack on Titan. So, up to episode 11 now, of season 3. So, Santi, are you watching this one at all? Or are you behind?
I'm behind on this one right now.
You're behind on it.
Yeah.
How much have you watched?
Actually, I only got to episode 3.
Okay, so you're pretty far behind.
I'm pretty far behind. I need to catch up on that one.
Well, spoilers here.
Don't spoil it for me just yet, dude.
Right, I'll keep it as mild as I can.
You can.
So there was a time skip from what just happened in episode 10. There was only one episode they did like a gap.
I have to fix the link. Okay, yeah.
Fix that as I go. So yeah, there was a time skip after the event that just happened. And there was only one episode since 2 weeks ago.
How much of a time skip?
It was about 1 to 2 months or so from what just happened the episode before on episode 10.
Okay, we're
so
good.
There was a certain person they fought, and some stuff happened, and now a new person is ruling the city. Someone that you know, and you'll kind of figure out what's going on there. It was actually pretty interesting. There was this episode was like a big flashback with Keith. So Keith was the original drill sergeant for the scout group, the bald guy from like the first season
1, right?
So yeah, he actually had some other important stuff that happened with Aaron's mother and father.
Oh damn!
So he isn't just an asshole.
Yeah, so you get some backstory with him. Actually, he is kind of just an asshole. You even see in his younger years.
But was he a good man?
No.
Okay, then we're good.
But yeah, so it's pretty interesting. You get to see his backstory and then some other things that are happening behind the scenes with Aaron's dad and stuff like that. Yeah, boy.
That went the wrong pipe. Alright, I'm gonna set that down.
So yeah, anyways, the goal right now, from what they said in 11, is they're gonna take back Wal Maria and close the hold at the Colossal Titan made in the beginning, so that they're gonna fight to take back the entire outer city essentially. That's pretty cool. See what happens there.
Oh, we didn't need to catch up on this.
Yeah, it's actually been pretty good. I think season 3 is probably definitely better than season 2. Maybe a little lower than season 1.
Yeah, I mean season 1 was all hype.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot more action and stuff. So
even I got hyped into it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of action and cool stuff going on. So it's hard to not to just enjoy it for that. So next, I finally finished Space Brothers after having started it in like 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I finally finished it all.
And you rewatched it from the beginning when you rewatched it, right?
No, I actually just picked it up. So I was like 30 something episodes in, and after like 3 years, I just picked it right back up.
You just knew what was going on immediately?
I think it was the way they present everything and all the characters and how they developed them really well. It's like I was actually like I remembered like almost everything about all the characters, even after like 3 years later of just like starting it right off. I was like, oh shit, like I remember this person was like this. And
so like you knew them almost.
Kind of, yeah, because the show goes super in depth with every single character, which I think was one of the coolest things. It's a really slow paced story, but there's a lot going on, and as every single character gets like a full treatment. Like you know everything about every character and what motivates them to become an astronaut or go to space and stuff like that. So
Right.
it's really cool. So I recommend it a lot. It's just like a good like motivational anime, I think, and just like a really good comfy anime. It's super chill, laid back, just easy to kind of just get into. Even
Are you talking about Yurdo Camp now?
Sounds like it, huh?
Yeah.
But no, it's super chill. But yeah, it's got a lot of motivational stuff going on, and just like following your dreams, even if you fucked up earlier in your life and stuff. It's really cool. So I enjoyed it for that.
Try not to have the helmet fall off.
And like
shit.
I said, even
Just put it on.
No, I need a good armrest.
even like starting it up like 3-4 years later after I started it and went through like 30 episodes, it's still just like fresh in my mind. And just like went straight through it easily because all the information isn't like blown by really fast. It's like really developed really deeply, so you just everything really intimately. So that's cool. So now we get on to the new shows. So since of course the new season started, we got some new stuff here. So this one I'm like 50-50 on still. Akane Sasu Shoujo.
Which one's that one?
This one's about a group of girls who are in a radio club. It's like Crystal Radio Club, something like that. And they actually don't say what the fuck the club actually is or what they do in the club, but
You're just supposed to follow it?
Yeah, it's just kind of it's whatever. They like radios and cassette players and stuff like that. So anyways, like the whole like thing that they do is they heard about this urban legend ritual that they at 4:44 they tune their radios to a certain frequency and chant some stuff, and something's supposed to happen. They did this for a while and nothing happened until they came across this specific frequency, and then they do the ritual and it actually takes them to another world.
Oh, so it's an isekai.
Sort of, but not really. It's more like parallel universes. Not really.
Not fantasy.
Well, it's kind of hard to say. There is some fantasy in there, definitely, but like I said, it's kind of hard because the story's kind of all over the place. But anyways, it looks like it's a parallel universe with copies of all the other characters, and the main character girl is, I guess, I'm assuming because they haven't actually outright said it yet, the main girl's little brother went missing like 4 or 5 years ago.
Doing the same thing?
No, he's like 8 years old.
Mm.
But I think it's going to be something, he didn't actually go missing, but was taken to one of these parallel worlds, and that's what the parallel universe main girl was searching for, because she said she's searching for something. That's what I'm assuming it's going to be, but I have no clue, really.
You got my attention with it, but you say you're 50-50 on it.
It's because the story is really just kind of like, there's not much world building, and it's just kind of like, throwing you through event after event, and not really explaining anything, So you're just kind of along for the ride, and you're just kind of seeing where it's going, but it doesn't have like a huge, world, or not much is explained, so
Alright.
you're just kind of going through the events, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm 50-50 on it. I'll watch a few more to see how it goes, but
How many episodes did you watch in total?
2.
Yeah, it's a new season.
Yeah, so it's just, there's only 2 out so far, so like I said, I'll just keep watching it for now and see how it goes. The main girls are cute, so that's the only keeping me in right now. So the next one was Gridman, SSSS Gridman. So this is the show that Trier's doing this season.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
So let me convince you here. It's a mecha show about teenagers and some mechas by Trigger. Sound familiar?
You mean everything they do?
Pretty much.
Everything.
But anyway, so this is actually like it seems like it's a reboot of the original Gridman series from 1993. Which Gridman, it's actually a tokusatsu type series, so this is similar to like Godzilla or Kamen Rider, Ultraman. So those shows with giant
or Power
kaiju
Rangers,
monsters.
Right?
Yeah, Power Rangers too.
Power Rangers with like
So you have like giant hero robot or mecha type thing against giant monsters, essentially. That's kind of the main premise. So I don't know much about the original Gridman at all. Just that it's. What'd you say?
Did he just say Pacific Rim?
No, did you just say Pacific Rim?
Okay, if you want to dumb it down to the most basic elements, then yeah, I guess you could. If you really want to just...
even then, those dumb elements did have enough to, like, just make it feel like, yeah, I like Pacific Rim. Like, I felt it was a solid story. It was just cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, that's
basic,
super cheesy.
but it was really good.
The first one was okay. I liked it. The second one...
We don't talk about the second one.
Yeah, I mean...
It didn't have Guillermo del Toro in it.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, I think Pacific Rim was obviously, copied from these kind of shows.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Pacific Rim.
Don't even say it. Anyways, I'm not like crazy big about, the tokusatsu series type of shows, but if it's interesting, I'll watch it. But the first episode, they just kind of rushed it, introduced some characters, showed the giant monster and had the main character synchronize with the Gridman, the giant robot, and fight it a little bit, so... Not really much details about it right now.
I want to watch it.
We'll see. It's okay right now.
I'll put it on watch list.
Check it out if you like it.
I
So
will.
this one's kind of more weird, I guess I'd say. Off the cuff.
Weird.
So this is Release the Spice.
Was that the Yuri one we saw last podcast?
I mean, I guess it's not really Yuri, but it's like more Yuri bait type of stuff. But really the premise is, you've got these high school girls that are actually part of a private intelligence agency and fighting, global crime, essentially. Global crime syndicates.
As magical girls, right?
Really?
Sort of magical girls. It's not really explained yet because there's only an episode out so far. But basically, the first episode was about that group of girls kind of scouting the main character girl, who she wants to be a police officer, and because her dad was a police officer, but she seems to have her particular strengths are she has really good eyes. She's got good vision.
Mm-hmm.
She has a good sense of smell, and when she licks people, she can kind of taste
salt.
Taste their salt, yeah, pretty much. I mean, she literally, when she licks them, she can say, "Oh yeah, you're this kind of person. You're feeling this way. Your emotional state's this way." When she licks them. So,
yeah, I could do that too. I lick at her and be like, "You feel super awkward right now, don't you?"
But it's more so just like a.
I don't know.
It's kind of just
test it out.
No, okay.
Give it a shot. Yeah, it's a dumb fun show so far. I mean, the action's actually really well animated. It's actually pretty sick stuff. But really, they haven't explained what the power thing is yet. But what happens is these girls, they take some spice, is what they call it. So they put some kind of something. They eat a little something. They get a little stronger, little superpowers.
Is it rock?
No, it's all different for them. But they
so
call them spice.
So it's not crystal.
They call them spice.
You sure it's not
so
crystal?
You're saying this is sort of like Spice Girls.
I don't fucking know. I mean, all I know is it's definitely not spice. It's definitely... I think that's slang for something else.
We're just promoting some hardcore psychedelic drugs here.
Yeah, see, there you go.
With little girls in high school.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. But actually, like I said, the animation's really good. The soundtrack goes super hard. It was actually pretty hype watching the fights and everything. So I am looking forward to that one.
What's the name of the show again?
Release the Spice, but with a Y. Spice with a Y.
Instead of an I, okay.
Pretty interesting so far, yeah. So, Karakuri Circus. This is an interesting one I just watched today. So, this is from an old manga from 1997. Old shonen manga. So, it has the show itself, or the manga itself, has like over 400 chapters. It was like 10 years running. A lot of the staff of this show worked on Hunter x Hunter. Like, I think the producer worked on it, the director, character designer.
Or
the most recent one.
Oh, 2011?
Yeah.
Shit.
So it actually kind of, animation wise and everything, it kind of has like a Hunter x Hunter feel, which is pretty cool. And it's also a very old school manga, shonen manga, so it actually comes from the same era. So there's some similarities there as far as the way the action is and everything. It was really good. It was really fast paced. They introduced the characters well. The main deal here is you've got this kid who his father died in an accident, but rather was probably killed off, and this little kid got the inheritance of his father, which certain groups are looking for and trying to get. So they're trying to get to the kid. kids running, trying to find.
How old is this kid?
Probably like 10 to 12. Young kid, yeah. And his grandfather told him one time, if ever something happens to your father when you're young, go find this one girl. You'll find her in the circus. And he eventually, after some hardships and stuff that happened in the first episode, finds her. And she's a puppet controller, so she can actually take these puppets and use them to fight. It's actually kind of cool, like, she's like a puppet master type of thing.
Do you know anyone who's a puppet master, Santiago?
Maybe.
More on that later.
It was actually really cool. Like I said, it's got that old school shonen feel. It's good animation, good fights.
Shonen or shoujo?
Shonen.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I like it.
We need gay. We need gay.
You don't have to be gay.
But yeah. Anyways, they're fighting against like clockwork dolls, essentially, though mostly. So they're not actually people that are trying to get to this kid. It's got this weird kind of vibe to it. It's like really dark, creepy, dolls and puppets, fighting vibe. It's pretty cool though, so I'm looking forward to more of that.
Okay.
And then, do we want to talk about the last one? Should I save it for you?
Yeah, just save it for me because I got a tie into this.
Go for it. All right, so you can take over.
All right, so let's start with the stuff that I just watched on Netflix and on my own. So this one is a sci-fi movie called Pandorum. It came out, I believe, around 2006. And the story is just basically this psychological thriller sci-fi about this ship being out adrift in space, supposedly. And they're trying to find this planet to colonize. And on their way out, at least in the beginning of the story, they get a message from Earth saying that something's going to happen to the Earth, and they don't hear anything from Earth after that.
Mm-hmm.
And in this movie, there's this kind of like psychological sickness or kind of a mental issue called they just call it Pandorum, where you just because you're supposedly out adrift into space, your mind starts perceiving things weirdly, and you just make irrational decisions, and it's a really good horror movie because it has a bit of monster elements.
Mm-hmm.
And I recommend it just because it was a very underrated movie, and that's mostly because of the marketing. Yeah. But it's a really solid movie with a actual good sci-fi hook to it. They were kind of rushed into the explanation of the Pandorum, but they actually give you a scientific name with it, the symptoms, and just a list of things that people have done while undergoing this stress. So it's just really great. The next one is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm on season 2, episode 10. Hey, at least it isn't Korra. I absolutely hate that. I hate Korra.
Korra's hot.
That's all she has going for her.
No, and she brought back airbenders.
In the shittiest way possible. Actually, she didn't bring back earthbenders. Airbenders. She didn't bring back airbenders. Someone else brought back airbenders.
Well, technically, she made them come out.
Yeah, she brought out the spirit realm instead of keeping it in.
So, hey, it happens.
Fuck you. No. There's a lot of reasons why I don't like Korra, and I can't get into it right now. But Avatar, it's very well structured because you got, you know who the bad guy is. It's just this guy wants to conquer the world, all this shit. It's an easy to grasp premise. Mm-hmm. And they give you a lot of world building elements with the Earth Kingdom, the Water Tribe, a little bit with Aang and his flashbacks about the air nomads, and bits and pieces of the Fire Nation characters that are Prince Zuko, his crazy sister, and every now and then you see the Fire Lord, who's the prick that's kind of right now ruling everything, but he's the main antagonist of the show. Mm-hmm. And it's a fun show. It's got unlike Korra, it actually has fucking weight to it. Mm-hmm. So it's just this kid has to fucking master all the elements to beat this bad guy, and he's got an entire nation that's kicking ass. Right. And he's been out of the picture for 100 years. Whereas Korra, she already knows 3 of the 4 elements, so fuck off. But anyways, yeah, I'm just saying, Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know, I could rewatch that shit for like years. That's all I have. It's good.
I already seen it twice.
Yeah, and yet Korra just fucking pisses me off. Alright, next one is Overlord Season 3. It's complete. I got what I asked for and more. I mean, mind you, yeah, he's fucking going all Saiyan and shit on the fucking world now. Like, he's a known, what is it? He's a known fucking adversary to, like, the main 3 kingdoms there in the world, and he just decimated an army. He fucking took out the commander Gazef Stronov, who's like the guy who's like the kingdom. You saw him in season 1. He was the guy that was fighting the people with the angels, and he's a total bro, full of honor and shit. Momonga fucking iced him so fucking hard. Like, he asked him for a duel, like, just to like decide the fate of this battle and shit, because like they're already gonna get destroyed, but he's just trying to reduce the losses.
Yeah.
And try to figure out, you know, what's this guy's strengths and weaknesses. So he just asked him for a duel, and right when the duel starts, he fucking stops time. Momonga, I mean, walks up to the guy, and then just before he cancels his grasp on time, he just fucking casts this like death spell, and so the moment time comes back, he just fucking drops down to the floor without a fight, and it's sad, man.
Yeah.
But it's still a good show, and I'm really curious where it's gonna go forward from here on out.
So you actually finished all?
I finished season 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much more is there?
There's like, I believe 5 books, maybe more. I could be wrong. And they already adapted 2 or 3, maybe 4. And they're doing it kind of in mixed order, because the light novels are random. Like, there's not really a chronological order to them. There every now and then you just get flash forwards and flashbacks, and that's all for the premise of like of shock in the light novel, and it works really well for the light novel, and it kind of suffers a little in the anime just because they're trying to keep it all in order. And so this season was really lame up until the end, a little beginning, and then a little bit at the end. It was just good. Oh shit, whoops. I forgot to mention, I was also watching South Park, the new South Park.
Oh, yeah, the new season came out, huh? Just last week.
No, yeah, the last season of South Park.
I thought you told me you hated that show.
I love South Park. I love South Park. What show did I hate?
I have no idea.
Fucking whatever. But I've been watching South Park, and you know, they're fucking promoting it all over Twitter, all over their fucking commercials. Cancel South Park. So they're pushing the edge, and if you want to know how edgy, the first episode starts off with school shooting. Okay, and everyone's just acting like normal. You get fucking SWAT coming in the room where like the kids are in, and the girls their teacher's trying to teach them a math formula while they're at it, and she's just yelling. She's just raising her fucking voice, and Cartman's pissed off, like, that he failed a test when he was cheating off a token. And that's the entire premise, you know. One person, which is Stan's mom, freaks over the whole school shooting, and everyone's like, what the hell? I don't know, man. She's like crazy. It's like, school shooting this, school shooting that. It's like, I don't get it. And it's just like, everyone thinks this Stan's mom is like just fucking crazy because she's going all on about school shootings. Like, it's a big deal. And then you have Cartman.
She believed in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they're doing it by
Yeah.
Weekly episodes. They didn't release it all once.
Yeah,
right?
no, the weekly episodes.
Okay.
And the second one was about Butters and the priest, the local priest.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to find himself because everyone's picking on priest by like just coming to church and just like ragging on the priest with priest jokes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just fucking great because it doesn't go the way I expect them. Like, it's just gonna be, okay, this guy's gonna go to jail, or this guy is gonna fucking, like, Okay, let's see. For the first episode, Cartman and Token are trying to like get to class, and they kind of make this big thing about it. But what I really liked about it is Butters is the hall monitor, and he has a fucking AR. And it's just like, God, we gotta go to the school. They're like, oh God, no. It's like the test is gonna be in like 4 minutes. We can't fucking skip it. Like they can't fucking skip it because even if there's a school shooting, they have to take this test. And I'm just like, oh God, they're gonna get shot. Nah, they fucking make it through.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like damn, like
So the hall monitors have AKs now?
yeah, it's Butters. It's fucking Butters. It's an AR. It's just like a fucking rifle. He's like, oh shit, I'm just a hall monitor. I'll get you there. And he just fucking leads the way by just like overwatching and like just fucking going in. And
I need to see this episode.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, just watch it on the South Park channel. I'd recommend it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it all when it's all out.
Oh, dude.
I like watching all of them. Because,
Dude, yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, at least with the most recent seasons, you know, it's like there's a whole overarching story throughout the entire season, you know? It's like the entire thing's just building up to one bigger thing.
Last time I kept up with South Park was the Memberberry ones. That was like 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, the Memberberries and the election and stuff.
Yeah, so like...
Exactly. So it's like it's really fun to watch them all at once because you get like the whole story.
I have to watch it. Okay, but yeah, I've been watching South Park. I recommend it. Just watch it. Next one. This is this season right now. Zombieland Saga. It's a weird gaggy comedy about this. It revolves around several girls, but the main one you start off with is this girl who's gonna be this musical idol, and right off the bat on the first episode, the moment she steps out of her house. She didn't look both ways, and she got hit real hard by a fucking delivery truck.
Damn.
The delivery truck, the one of Legends that's killed many little sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got creamed.
Yeah,
that is a trope.
Yeah, she fucking got hit so hard. She didn't go under the fucking delivery truck. She went over it. So that just shows you she's dead, and supposedly she gets resurrected, and this guy is trying to like. Because they're in the Saga Prefecture.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, okay, we're going to start an idol band with you and these 5 other fucking undead girls. And one of them, who's called Number 0, is this fucking hot girl who's just like, literally has no brain, man. Like, she's still a zombie. Like, she hasn't awoken yet. And so she's just like the basic zombie girl that's like trying to bite stuff and like she'll attack things randomly. Like she'll fucking stage dive.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's just like it's fucking funny. And the first episode was just this headbanging kind of thing. And there's already GIFs on it, I'm assuming, but they're just going like headbanging, but they're headbanging in a way where like it just looks so unnatural. And they're like, oh my god. They're like people on the fucking what was it called? People just watching this are just like, how can they get headbang so fucking epically? It's like their necks are broken. I'm just like, they're zombies now. So this one I'm kind of 50-50 on, but it looks promising, and
yeah.
I know if it was gonna stay death metal, I would have imagined it to be like this baby metal kind of thing going on. They would like promote like some sort of metal idol band or something, but nah, I feel like it's just gonna go to the direction of the idol thing, and it's just gonna revolve around zombies. And I mean, episode 2 was a wrap off near the end, like, and it was pretty hype. But I think it's gonna be dipping its toes in different genres before going to idols.
Yeah,
you know, idol music, poppy, and stuff like that. Next one is I can't even say I watched this too much. I just barely started it right before you guys got here, so forget that one. Got one that is, involves the G word.
The G word.
Yeah, the G word. And I got resurrected as a slime. Alright, so it starts off with this dude who like he's this average dude who like he's meeting up his friends and he's with this chick, and there's this guy with a knife coming at them, and he pushes his friend out of the way and he takes the hit, and he's dying, and he's like getting all these stats like in his head. Like, I guess I don't know how it works, but I mean he gets kind of like these stats unlocked as he's dying because he's gonna go to this new world, and it's based off the things he's saying and all this shit, and what's fun? That's not important. You just know he's gonna be a slime because that's the title. But he tells his friend to, which I expect Sean to, for you to do. It's when I die, please wipe my hard drive. Yeah, and that's it. Like that's all
for your boys.
Yeah, that's just he says that to his friend. His friend's confused, and he's like, "I just wanted to show off my girlfriend." He's like, "Oh, yeah," and he's just like, "Dang, I didn't even have a girlfriend. I'm almost 40. I could have been a great sage. Great sage unlocked. Shut up." And it's like he goes to this new world, and he's a slime. And first episode starts off with a tsundere dragon, and if you don't know what tsundere is, it's basically a person, usually a female, who isn't honest with her feelings or their feelings. Like they'll say one thing, but they mean another thing.
Evan?
Yeah. It's like he asks the dragon like, "Oh, do you want to be friends?" He's like, "What? Me be friends with the slime? Me, this great dragon? Oh, you don't want to? Oh, it's not that I don't want to. Shit. It's like he's trying to act like, oh, it's this big deal, but in the end, he really wants this to happen. It's like, and it's a cute show, and it has goblins, and they're not the ones that I'm going to be bringing up right now. All right, so Sean, I'll give this one to you, just because. Yeah. So we've been watching an anime that's kind of, I believe, the hottest thing to watch this season.
It's definitely the most talked about.
I think this is gonna be the anime of the season.
It's hard to say. I mean, it's definitely going to be the most popular of the season, just because it's the most controversial, potentially. I think so. Whether it's the best or not,
I mean,
subjective.
I've cheated and read up ahead, so I think if it's gonna follow the what I've read, yeah,
right,
it's gonna be the hype.
So, yeah, this is Goblin Slayer, so it's your standard like fantasy, game like world.
Yeah, it's not an isekai.
Not an isekai, but it's almost like the video game world, but that's just their normal world.
Oh, for Santiago, an isekai is an anime genre where the premise is you get transported to another world. Things like Digimon or Konosuba or what are those?
Koryoto.
Technically,
No. Huh?
I mean, yeah. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll throw that one in there. Although that's not actually Japanese animation. That's actually European.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's about going.
They finally do something good.
But this one's just based in it's the whole world is basically it's almost like it's a video game world.
Yeah.
Like an RPG video game world, like
they have health potions,
like Dragon Quest or something like that.
Interesting.
And
the quest boards and shit like that.
Exactly. So yeah, it's focused around this one character. Well, two main characters mostly, but mainly the one, as the title suggests, Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
So Goblin Slayer is basically the closest that we're going to get to an anime equivalent of Doom Guy, essentially.
Yeah, and the best animation of that Blizzard 2016 could have been.
So essentially, he's not killing demons; he's killing goblins.
Yeah,
and that's his only purpose.
Yeah, his only purpose.
So he's the highest level adventurer that you can be, a silver level adventurer.
I know there's different ranks, but
it's a rank. He's the highest level, which is silver. So
no. He silver isn't the highest rank.
Is.
No, it isn't.
Well, that's what they said in the anime, at least.
It's just no. That's like the ones in the field commonly are silver ranks.
Well, they said the highest in the field for silver. So maybe in the manga it's different.
Yeah, but it's kind of phrased that way, but she was referring it to the area they're in right now because everyone else there's a frontier, and anyone higher than silver is usually there.
Well, they didn't mention that in the anime, so I don't really know.
You're gonna get to it in probably the next few episodes because there's going to be other adventurers coming in.
But anyways, it's basically just about Goblin Slayer and his adventures in killing goblins, essentially. In every way possible. He hates goblins with every single fiber in his body. And even though he's a high-level adventurer and can take all these higher quests, he'll just still take the low-level goblin killing quest because he hates goblins.
Yeah, and
so you could do a quest for anything else, but
all he wants is to kill goblins.
Which is lucky for him, only because if you've seen episode 2, you get the hint that goblins' quests are not popular.
Yeah, they're not popular. They're low paid. They're pretty abundant.
And usually you get the low rank porcelain, and I don't know what's above porcelain. I think onyx.
Something like
Porcelain and Onyx are the ones that like do these quests.
Someone's gotta do it.
Yeah, and they usually die.
that. Yeah, they usually get fucking overrun by the goblins because they think goblins are
Weak
weaker
and-
than they actually are,
Yeah.
especially with their numbers and everything. And they usually just get killed and raped.
Yeah,
So
there we
the
go.
The goblins take and rape any women because there are no female goblins in.
They have to
the goblin world.
forcibly get their... You know, they fucking breed quickly, like rabbits, but they have to fucking force
They
themselves
deal
on
with
them,
human
yeah.
women. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a whole fucking strategy later on that's gonna be more controversial than the first episode. And it's gonna involve shields. So,
But
Goblin
anyways,
Slayer, yeah. It's,
So, I mean, Goblin Slayer, he knows everything about killing goblins. More of his backstory was, focused on in episode 2 about,
yeah.
where he came from, and he basically talks about he just wants to get revenge on goblins for everything that happened.
Because he
in
ended
his
up...
past.
well, I read the manga, but they did a good job in showing, showing not telling
Yeah.
his backstory. And
Right.
yeah, he just watched goblins do terrible things to his village and his sister before killing her. Yeah. So this guy...
Wait, he killed the sister?
No, he
The
saw
goblins.
goblins do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Basically watched goblins rape and kill his sister when he was a kid.
Yeah, and so he has a hate boner for goblins and just... Yeah, I fucking love this show already, but it's dark, but it's not as dark as people are making it out to be.
No, yeah.
Like,
Sounds pretty dark.
It's
yeah,
probably darker than most things,
yeah.
but it's not darker than a lot of other things, you know what I mean?
I will say this, I'll say it in the reading segment, but I mean, because I've been reading Goblin Slayer, but it's kind of like Berserk in that sense, and I'll explain a little more later on.
Yeah.
So yeah, and is that all for...
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Santi, what have you been watching?
Yeah, there we go. Hold on, let me put this down.
Okay. Talking about Puppet Masters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you've been watching something like that, right?
Yep. So sorry. Great tier.
Okay.
What are you watching? You shouldn't be.
No, nobody be mad. Nobody be
Well, we will
hating.
be mad, but I mean, doesn't
I've
matter.
been
You
watching
gotta-
Naruto.
Lots of it.
Lots
Yeah.
and lots of Naruto.
So,
I need a break. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking any recommendations, you guys.
Goblin Slayer.
Goblin
Except
Slayer.
that.
No,
I'm
Goblin
watching that. I'm
Slayer.
staying
You
away
should
from
watch
that.
it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Naruto. Like, the reason I rag on it is because I have personal attachments to Naruto that are mostly through associating with people who like Naruto. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Naruto fans are like the furries of the anime fandom.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of... Actually, we didn't even open up with that. So, Sean, what happened?
Oh
on
yeah,
State
right
Street?
outside my work, like 4 hours ago, there was like a big group of, I don't know, 40, 50 furries in their fursuits, just
You're lying.
cruising down
We have the video.
State Street, and just, I don't know what they were doing. I guess they were just having to get together and just cruising around, like showing off their fursuits and everything, but,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
we-
showed up.
So we have a bunch of furries in.
there's a lot of furries around here, apparently, with full fursuits.
Yeah.
Full things.
Oh, they're everywhere in every part. And if I could make it my mission, I would kill every furry.
The furry slayer.
The furry slayer.
You've already got the outfit for it.
That's the point. I'm on a squire under Goblin Slayer. Alright,
You
but,
just need a pope to give you the command.
I don't need a pope.
Why you
I just
hating?
need to hear it from the Archbishop. That's
Oh,
good
yeah.
enough.
Anyways, go ahead. I just had to
Yeah.
make that comparison.
But yet, no, he's
I
not
don't
wrong.
know. Okay, what they do is might be terrible, but I don't know why someone's costume looks pretty cool. Just hating on you, just making you joke. Alright, so I'm watching that, and then My Hero Academia,
Which
I'm
I
caught up
haven't
on that,
watched.
which I hate that you don't want to make me watch these shows, and you don't even finish them with me. You're terrible.
Well, it's,
Got you there.
He's got me there, but even if I watched season... Okay, I already finished season 2. So all I need to do is continue season 3. And I'd have to stop at the point when they get into the new arc, because I hear it continues in season 4.
Yep, I know it's terrible.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for that.
Like always. But yeah, I think I'll be watching some of these episodes, some of these new shows you guys have been talking about.
Goblin Slayer?
No! Another one. That Don't say it sounds terrible.
You'd probably like it.
You'd probably like it. You just have to. Come on, dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I need a couple new things to watch.
We'll get you hooked up with
Yeah.
some trailers so you can check them out later.
Yeah.
Anything else you've been watching besides those two?
No, just those two.
No,
actually.
those two.
movies or anything like that?
Nope. This Saturday, wait, no, tomorrow I might go see Venom, so we'll see. We'll talk about that one.
Alright, for next podcast, and I'll tell you why you can't have Venom without Spider-Man.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, you really can't. It's ridiculous.
I actually don't care about any
That's fine.
superhero stuff, so
It's because you're bad.
yeah, I guess so.
Be
Alright,
jealous.
so, hold on. Let's get it in. All I've got... Actually, you know what? Screw it.
You get the.
I've got the growler. It's 1.89 liters.
64 ounces of
Yeah.
sour sparrow goodness.
From the... what was it called?
Night Lizard Brewery.
Yeah, our local brewery here.
What's it called?
Night Lizard Brewery. And the brew is called the Sour Sparrow. Good 5% one, so guys, bring it in. Alright. I mean, I probably won't finish it all, which is good about these.
You should at least take a drink.
And if I
of it.
do, I want a refill on the
Weenie.
sour.
Take a drink of it, Weenie.
I already did. Alright, so we've got the playing. I guess I should start because I have the biggest announcement
Alright,
to make in a little bit.
go for it.
Alright, so I haven't been playing Destiny 2.
For how long? About how long?
About almost a week and a half.
Is that the first time in an entire year?
Yeah. So I was working. I would say it was on a Tuesday. I didn't play Destiny Monday, which I usually do, but I
Which you
just
regret
switched
now?
things out. Yeah, I kind of do a little because I switched things around to have a D&D session with my friends Monday, Tuesday. So what ended up happening? I just sliced my finger on a barrel, which is like a tuna can. Like on the inside at least, and I wasn't paying attention, so I just nicked it. And well, hold on, if I can lean in just a bit. Yeah, there you go. That's took 3 stitches to do, and I couldn't hold the controller for a week and a half. Still can't.
And you couldn't even go to the gym either.
I didn't.
Can't even run, I guess. I don't know.
No, I had to fucking keep it bandaged up.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
so-
yeah.
But yeah, you know, it wasn't too bad. And right now, it's just literally like numb, which is why I have
You see that
problems
again?
holding the controller. Yeah, it's pretty.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
that's
it's
pretty. That's pretty gnarly.
Pretty ugly.
It is ugly, and you know, this is just dead skin. It's supposedly
yeah.
gonna fucking like flake off or just literally just
Eventually, you just like.
Yeah, I remember when I
over-
got my foot surgery, I had a massive inch-long piece of dead skin, and when I went back to the doctor, he just cut the whole piece off, fucking that huge, just a big flab of dead skin. It was
Yeah.
wow, it actually
He's-
looks.
I mean,
better.
my doctor said it's gonna fall off naturally.
Yeah,
so,
they usually do.
yeah, they usually does. So I'm just happy. So I'm just saying, no Destiny this entire week, which is bad for me because the Festival of the Lost is gonna be happening soon, which is basically the Halloween event. And I just recovered just in time before it happened. Alright, but what I have been playing is a game on PC called The Darkest Dungeon.
Good
And
game.
we've mentioned this before because there was a Shindle mod made. And
Yeah, I was playing it for a while.
yeah, and well, I downloaded other mods. I just can't remember the name for it, but I got really into it because it was the only game I could play with.
Yeah, you can play
One
one
hand,
hand because it's pretty basic.
You know, you just have to go
Pretty
WASD and all this shit. And I've gotten a real attachment to my characters. I've only had 6 people die, and they're all my healers because my healers go crazy first.
Damn.
Yeah, and they don't recover at all, or they fucking just only want to go to the brothel, and you get the father fucking occupying the one.
Oh my
So
god.
yeah, it's just it's the priest's fault. Just saying.
Dude, I micromanaged way too hard in that game, and
Yeah.
I have 12 or 13 level 6s, and I have no deaths yet.
Dude, I barely have gotten to level 2.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
it's,
have-
level?
Level 6, it only goes up to level 7 for your characters, and they're all level 6, and I just haven't had anyone die because I'm meticulous about every little thing I do with every single character,
yeah.
and so I haven't progressed much at all, but I just keep everything going.
So
funny.
they get these these stat things called merits, and I think what was the other one? or well, the opposite of merits.
I don't remember what it's called, but yeah,
Which,
they have.
you'd have, if you get any of these negatives like alcoholic, like that would make them. They can only de-stress their stress.
Basically, what happens whenever you do a dungeon or you level with the character, they get extra like bonuses or traits. Like sometimes they'll get like this person will do more damage to undead, or they'll have stronger healing or something like that, or more armor. But you have like a pretty high chance to get a bad trait too. Like you said, like alcoholic, where they can get sick,
or agoraphobia, where they don't like enclosed spaces.
Yeah, like all these crazy things like that'll just like affect you in all these various ways.
Stress eater, like. There's a good number of things. You send them to the sanatorium to get those things purged out for gold, and that's basically the insane asylum. And they're there for a few turns or whatever. And
that's funny.
Yeah, you can do a lot to micromanage them, but most likely your characters will go crazy, and you have to de-stress them or send them to the sanatorium to get rid of these traits. If you just have them there, they're just will make your entire party go crazy over time. It's not good. But it's one of those games that is really hard. Like, there's so many ways you can die, and only a few good ways to take care of things. And even then, it's still an RPG game.
There's still a lot of luck in that game, but basically the whole premise is like you have you take a group of adventurers into a dungeon to do something.
Yeah, you side scroll through this dungeon, pick up items.
You have to think about not only about their health but their stress levels, because the more and more stress they get, the more bad things happen. Like they actually start to go insane. In dungeons from being too stressed out and stuff, and they'll get more negative traits, or they'll go crazy and start attacking your own teammates, or
worse, they fucking have a heart attack and they just literally die right there.
Yeah,
which happens with all my healers. Like, come on, hold it, girl, hold it.
But it's really cool because it's fun to try all the different formations with different,
You know how you could get a heart attack with that, right?
I mean, they're just so stressed out that they just fucking look up and it's down. Yeah, and I mean. Fuck, dude. Like, I had some epic games. Like, I've had literally 3 merit things happen and things where I'm just like, okay, I'm low health. I have no healing stuff. I have no food. I only have this little bit of a torch left. Okay, this battle's gonna fucking kill me. And they all fucking, like, when they're at risk of breaking, they fucking go shiny. They go merit. So they're like, okay, he's gonna hold strong. He didn't break, so it's just like, great. Then the third guy that's gonna break, oh great, he's gonna crack. No, fucking holds on and he's fucking empowered. Okay, cool. This guy, courageous, the dwarf. I'm like, yeah, 3 in a row, and then he dies. So I'm just like, oh shit, but I had 3, bro. Like, I could have like, okay, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna steamroll this dungeon because no one's gonna break anymore.
Yeah, or you fuck up and you stay there too long, and what's his name? The gatherer or the collector? The collector, just comes and you're like, fuck, have a bad time.
I've beaten him.
Yeah, I've beaten him twice, but then sometimes he comes like when you're in the worst situation. You're just like, I just want to try to get to the end, just barely, and then he comes in you
mid battle.
Yeah,
yeah, like, I haven't
son
had
of a bitch.
I haven't had that happen. I remember going to the next room and it was already the collector.
Yeah, I've had that where I was like,
already like,
oh shit, I'm ready to fight. It's the collector. What? Why does this guy have a huge health bar? Oh shit, this is real.
Yeah, I've had it where I was like, all my guys are like half health, no food. They're all at like 70 to 80 stress, and I'm like, I just gotta get to the boss.
Right,
collector.
Yeah. Now, that's one game I've been playing. I've had a few mods for it, and it's great. Next game I was playing was Space Hulk Tactics, a game I mentioned a few podcasts ago, and it plays off the tabletop board game Space Hulk, and it's a turn-based game where you have these characters, like usually 4, maybe 5, and you move them on this board, and they can move for spaces. And that means direction-wise. So, like, if you're gonna have them go to this corridor, and it's 2-lane, you have to turn them right or left. I mean, to keep them looking at this direction, and that costs a turn. So it's got a lot of strategy to it. And with the card system, it adds utility and to some of the events you're gonna be in, or it's gonna what's it called? You can discard those cards and use those for turns. So like you make a move, you're like, okay, I still need maybe one more move. I'll just use this card, I'll discard it, and you'll get points back, and you can use those points on that character to another step forward depending on how much that card costs. So it adds a lot of layers to it, and I hope to get into it, but I had issue because it was WASD and it had a Q, E, and a few other keys.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really hard with this hand, and I was just like, alright, I'm just going to play Darkest Dungeon again. And the last game, I've been playing a lot of Azure Lane.
Nice.
Yeah, like a lot of Azure Lane. And I just found out about the ring system.
Yeah, so yeah.
So, Sean, how do I get the ring on?
Alright, so...
Oh, wait, I already found it. Alright, so I've got Illustrious right here.
Illustrious also on the screen here.
On the screen.
In her marriage outfit.
Which I will unlock right now. So, guys, will you be my best man? My best mates? Alright, I promise.
He's going to pledge to Illustrious here.
Alright. There we go.
Now the chapel door's open.
Oh shit, there we go.
And there she is.
Yes, you're watching me get married. There we go.
And now you have to put the ring on.
I have to put the ring on. Where's the ring?
It's
right
already
down there.
You down.
Oh my god, you could, yeah.
There we go.
Just slid on the ring.
Slid it on.
Boom.
Hold on, I need a drink.
Already? We already did.
And then he gets the marriage outfit. And she also gets a boost to her stats.
Yeah, I won't be able to get that shot in well.
You,
but,
you can see her outfit.
Yeah, she's up there. Nah, don't worry about it. So yeah, I got, I've been saving this for this podcast. I was going to do it earlier, but now I did it. She's a pretty good one.
Lustrous is pretty solid. Both is, she's actually a good ship girl.
Yeah.
And she's a waifu status.
Yeah. Now she is now.
Now she's actually your...
she's my waifu.
My true waifu.
She's also, and I get to technically ride her. Because she's a ship.
And then I have to do something right in front of you now.
Oh, great. What are you doing?
So now I'm taking Illustrious.
You back off.
Throwing her in the trash.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't.
Recycled.
No. Oh my god.
Destroyed for just a couple medals and some gold.
Why?
What level was she?
Just level 1.
Okay, see, there you go. See, mine would have hurt more.
I had an extra one. I do have a level 100 Illustrious, but I got an extra one. I thought, you know what? Let's just get rid of her.
Alright.
Right after Edwin marries her.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, I could have had that one. That should be mine.
So, that's what I've been playing. So,
nice.
Should we go to Santi or you, Sean?
Well, I really haven't been playing much. The only thing I have been playing is...
Alright, there we go.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Shut up.
Fart.
Yeah. PUBG?
No, PUBG, just Fortnite, but...
Yeah.
I haven't really had time to be playing. Just...
I mean...
The only other video game I've been playing is just Super Smash Bros.
That's a good one.
You been getting smashed, bro?
Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're losing, like... What?
50%?
60% of the games.
50%?
I'm pretty sure the last 2 sessions we had, I won 60 to 40. But
Alright, well,
it's okay.
I gotta tell you, Edwin, sorry, Corn's now my girl. Because I was using Corn.
You back the fuck up.
I used my new Corn and started whooping him. And so
you're doing pretty decent. It's not
Wait,
bad.
The amiibo or
no.
The character you're using.
Girl.
So now you both have to get better. But yeah, I've just been practicing for Ultimate when it comes out, and
which comes out next
4 days.
December.
54 days.
Oh, December.
December 7th.
Oh, I was gonna get the Switch in November.
Yeah, I get my Switch in 3 weeks. November 2nd. That's when my Switch gets released, and then 1 month later, then I get the game.
Yeah, and you're gonna get destroyed.
So you have.
We could even have that our game live if you want. You want to see that? You want to see you get smashed?
Well, if I can host it here, I wouldn't mind.
We'll see.
All right. So one thing though, is that all you've been playing?
Yeah, there's only 2 games I've been playing, or 3 games I've been playing.
All right, here.
Not much.
Take a drink.
A sour sparrow.
It's
sounds like a pirate drink.
It sounds like a pirate drink. Tastes like a pirate drink.
The Jack.
But it isn't a pirate
Actually,
drink.
I think you had that one at the place. I can't remember if that was the one I got for you. No, I got you the blonde.
Yeah.
Because it was
it was the lowest.
weaker.
Yeah, the weakest.
How to drive. in an hour and a half, so I'm not gonna be shrinking and dragging.
You would have been fine. It's it's California. Everyone does it.
No.
All right. Don't listen to that. Okay, guys, drink responsibly. So yeah, Sean.
That means make your friend drink,
Yeah, there you go.
and then just kidding.
Yeah,
So
I'm
yeah,
always
I've been playing-
responsible. I'm not actually the one that I never really drink.
No, you don't.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not a drinker.
He's too straight edged. He's so child. He's normal.
So yeah, I've been playing. I picked up just on the last bit of Path of Exile. I just finished up some challenges just to get some extra, free stuff
For
they
the
had.
new league, right?
Yeah. So basically, there are challenges.
Hold on. Am I moving the
Did you need to?
mouse?
What happened? The mouse right here.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, just because it was on the axe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's
We're good. Yeah. So yeah, I've been playing Path of Exile. I just finished a few challenges and did basically all the in-game content I could on my character, which I'm pretty happy about because I pretty much made my character from scratch, and it's actually the most in-game content I've ever done on any character. And I basically did every single boss in the game except for one, which is actually just it's the hardest boss in the game, but it's also the hardest to fight because you have to grind a bunch of stuff and get a very specific situation to happen in your game to spawn him, so I didn't bother with that. But I basically cleared everything in game, so super happy about that. Probably will just start playing next league again. And so yeah, I've also been playing Azure Lane, as I've always been. But I'm just grinding, so they had a new event. I've grinded every item from that.
I haven't gotten that. I haven't done the event.
Yeah, I got super lucky. I pulled every single new girl from the building. Still haven't pulled Enterprise. I'm in fucking gotcha hell on Enterprise. I finished up my.
I mean, she was on the exchange for the longest while.
Only on your server. See how it's different on different servers.
Oh,
That's the problem.
Oh, okay, all right.
So,
Yeah.
she hasn't been on my exchange yet, so I'm just hoping to either pull her or hopefully she comes to my exchange.
I pulled her.
sometime soon,
So,
yeah.
I pulled her and I got lucky and I didn't want it. I was going for Honolulu, which turns out isn't available yet.
Yeah,
So
not until Chapter 10 comes out on EN, which is probably like a month or two away. We'll see. Depends on how fast they release the content.
I want to put the ring on that. I'm just saying.
She's pretty nice.
Yeah.
She's got a good swimsuit that just came out in JP.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. But right now I'm just grinding basically blueprints and equipment to get plus 10 on all my equipment for my PvP team. So right now I've got my PvP team completely done. I can basically destroy anyone just as long as I don't get super shit on in luck. So that's fun. Basically I'm just doing that and then trying to get Enterprise. That's it. So 2 games. So GOG had their 10-year anniversary.
GOG?
Yeah, GOG. Good old games. So GOG. So they.
What games did they do? I feel like I heard of
They
them.
don't make games, but they're a distribution platform for mostly old games, but they do DRM free game sales. So mostly, I mean, you can find stuff like like the Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate, the old Fallouts, those kind of games on there. But they also have fairly newer games here and there now, like Witcher and stuff like that. But I got Shadow Warrior 2 free. I haven't played that yet, but they had a pack that had basically like $100 worth of games for $25, which was Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, Battle Chasers, Night War, and Kingdom Come Deliverance. All those for like $25, which would normally be like $120.
I mean, and this isn't Humble Bundle, is it?
No.
Okay.
Not quite Humble Bundle.
Yeah, because I've gotten games from Humble Bundle before. So yeah.
But yeah, it was a super good deal, so I got that. So I've been playing Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun. So it's a stealth-oriented real-time strategy game. It's staged in the Edo period of Japan, with warring shoguns and stuff like that. So
Samurai, right?
Yeah, samurai and all of the shogunate fighting and stuff like that for control of Japan. And so you basically control a group of assassins or infiltrators under the shogun to do whatever he wants you to do. It's pretty cool. There's 5 different characters. Each character has their own specializations and abilities. So you carry out these like infiltration missions or whatever it may be, and it's all real time. So you have like maybe 100 to 150 guards or civilians and stuff on a map, and you have to try to get to one objective. And you're basically just kind of thrown in there. You can do whatever you want to get to that objective. So, like I said, each character has their own things. Like this one chick can put on disguises. Some guys can throw rocks to distract people. They can grapple hook on the roofs or whatever. You got like a marksman that can snipe people off.
I can throw a rock to distract people.
It's great.
Yeah, that's great.
That takes some great skill,
Yeah, you have like you can throw blinding powder. There's a lot of cool stuff. So basically, you just come up with these strategies to kind of progress through a map, and just put together your own fucking strategy to sneak past things, either doing it pacifist or killing every guard that you can and hiding their bodies along the way, kind of thing, without of course, raising suspicion. So the game's really well done, and like I said, there's like I don't know, probably 20 to 30 different ways to do every single mission.
Yeah, and
kind of your own way.
You get a rating on them, I believe.
Yeah, it's like you can do it. There's like time-based ratings. The less you kill, the better. But that's obviously harder because keeping things alive means you have a higher chance of
being spotted.
Yeah, being spotted or triggering a chain reaction of someone seeing, like you're in snow and someone sees your footprints and they follow you, and then something like that happens.
Can't you wipe your tracks?
No, they go away after a little while, but you can't actively wipe them. But stuff like that happens. So yeah, there's like how well you do is you get kind of ratings and extra trophies from that. But the game's really fun because it's just fun. It's all real time, so you kind of just come up with strategies on the fly and just work your way through
there's no
missions.
bullet time or anything like that, right?
No bullet time. You have one. The only feature that could even be considered that is like you can pick a character, turn on what's called shadow mode, and you can select an action for them, and then you can go to another character, shadow mode, and select an action, and then whenever you hit the button, they'll both do the action at the same time. So you can queue up basically like 2 or 3 characters and say, okay, you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do this, and
after you do this,
and then have every character execute them at the exact same time, sort of. So you can time certain events to happen. So one guy gets blinded while the other person kills a person that while they can't see. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. The game's really fun though. If you didn't get it on sale, I think the sale's actually over. It's like $40 now, but I basically got it for like $10. So
okay.
But you should check it out. It came out like 2 years ago. I had seen it when it came out, but I kind of forgot about it until that sale, and I was like, oh shit, I can get that game hella cheap. Let's get it.
That's good.
And then another game I got in that sale was Battle Chasers Night War. It's kind of like I guess I would say pretty standard like RPG, but it's kind of got like this dark world built around it. Around this girl who she's searching for her father who just disappeared and left her with these magical gauntlets, and you've got this group of all these different types of characters that are all just connected to her father in some way that join her and help her out.
Gauntlets, you say, right?
Yeah, gauntlets. She beats the shit out of people bare hand.
So
Well, not bare hands, but gauntlets.
Anyways, so she fists them.
She fists them pretty hard, yeah.
Okay. Can you grab
But
that?
yeah, it's got it's really well done. There's like a full overworld where you can fight stuff. There's mini dungeons where you solve puzzles and fight more stuff. It's just a turn-based RPG, and it's done pretty well. I mean, I guess the combat even almost feels similar to Darkest Dungeon, just without stress parts. But the way the combat feels, like fluidly and everything, it feels kind of Darkest Dungeon-like, but it's more like got an overworld rather than missions that you go on. So it's pretty cool. So that's all I've been playing.
All right, so let's bring it in.
Bring in another time. Bring in the
You
bottle.
finish your beer?
Practically.
All right, give him another.
He needs another 3.
I forgot about one more thing that I'm playing.
Oh, what is it? Before we switch? Too late.
I can go back.
There we go. Quick.
Pokemon Go.
Okay, alright, let's move on now.
Yeah, no, let's go.
What have you caught? Have you caught anything good in Pokemon Go recently?
Yeah.
Pass him a beer, though.
You want a beer?
There we go.
I need my beer to tell you how many shiny Chikorita I got.
Oh, it's Chikorita now.
Yeah, it was
that's
last
fucking
month.
good.
Last month was Chikorita. That's pretty cool. I'll tell you guys in the news section what's going to be next for the next month. I'm pretty excited actually.
Fair enough.
Alright, fair enough.
But for this month's shiny, I actually caught 8 shiny Chikoritas.
Nice.
It's not bad. I might have to share with you guys.
Alright, so, I mean, wait, they're gonna add a trading thing, right?
They already have the trade now.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so, quick question, though.
Yes, sir.
So, have you been reading?
You read anything?
Have I read anything?
Yeah, for this,
Books,
these last 2
manga,
weeks, books,
novels,
manga,
anything? Audio?
audiobooks, you know, anything
No,
like that?
nothing.
Alright, so Sean,
Same.
what a... Aw, shit. So both of you haven't been reading.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the great time of Spooktober to actually take the time to read something.
Actually, probably in the near future, I'll probably pick up reading some more Space Brothers because the manga keeps going. But that's it.
Right.
Nothing right now.
Alright, so I've got a few things for
That's
reading
pretty
that
good.
I will quickly go through. But the first one is I've been getting into... What was that?
And I was telling him to pound that.
Oh,
Nope.
shit.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, no.
No,
Trust
he's
me.
not a pounder.
Yeah. Unless I do it
Wait,
for
where'd you
him.
say quarter pounder? Where?
He won't even eat a quarter pounder. He just
Oh.
can't.
Just called him out.
Call me out.
Called
Yeah,
him out like
he-
Give me
that.
a quarter pounder and I'll eat it.
Yeah, well, you're not going to finish it.
I'll finish it.
No, you won't.
Quarter pounder is nothing.
Okay. Alright, but what about 2? Okay.
Half pounder now.
Half pounder. Alright, so I've been reading a lot of Lovecraft.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Lovecraft. And I guess I'll start off with some Lovecraft. I finished listening to the Dunwich Horror
Mm-hmm.
at work.
Repeat that one more time. What?
The Dunwich Horror.
I thought I heard you say something
Horror?
else.
Okay, alright. So, the entire premise is basically, this southern small town is being plagued by a series of events, and it involves this family called the Watleys. And they're like, supposedly that this town thinks they're like fucking sorcerers and shit, and they're like doing sketchy things, and it plays up this whole thing. And it kind of ends with these university professors coming into the town after like they dealt with one of the family members who died on their premises because the fucking guard dog fucking mauled him to death when he
What?
tried to sneak into the library for a book
Oh.
called the Necronomicon, which I have. I can say that I have it because I have it.
Damn.
Yeah, so I have the Necronomicon, and that thing is, he didn't come to me, and I would have let him have it. But yeah, he ended up dying, and like these guys are like, yeah, these things that are happening, we gotta stop this thing because there's this giant thing that's gonna bring this even bigger thing into our world, and we gotta stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they stop it, and it's a horror story that is. It took me 4 hours to finish.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying it was a lengthy story, and if you ever have a chance, I definitely recommend for advanced Lovecraftian fans to check that one out.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is At the Mountains of Madness. I ended up giving that one a listen, and that one was a very good, pleasant 3 hours.
Yeah.
So that was my entire shift. One of the few days. Just listening to that, and it basically involves this Arctic expedition, going to the South Pole, I believe, Antarctica. Yeah, Arctic expedition. Okay, they go to Antarctica, and they're trying to find geological and fossil samples and all this shit. And there's this giant mountain area that one of them kind of spots flying over a plane. They're like, that looks like a good place to fucking investigate. And when they investigate, they find these fossilized giant creatures that are star-shaped and shit, and they're like, oh, these things are interesting, we're gonna dissect them. They're like, what? Dissect them?
What?
Yeah, they're fucking confused and shit, because like the main guy that is telling the story is just like hearing it over the radio because his partner went over there to go see it, and so when he goes checks it out after they go dark for like probably maybe a day or two, they find out that there's like this underground network of fucking shit in this mountain, and there's just giant fucking like gooey fucking slug creatures fucking in there. And this is just a fucking like basic subscription basic explanation of it, because Lovecraft has a way with fucking words, and you know how he has a way with words when he fucking says Native Americans, but mind you, as like these strange beings of fucking cannibalistic shit. So like,
I mean, he was extremely racist.
He was extremely racist, but I mean, he knew a lot of big words people didn't use. So like, the hard part about Lovecraft is you got to get used to that shit because even back in his time, it's not the English I know.
Mm-hmm.
And so him talking even more English than the normie of his time is just difficult to understand.
I mean, the books are from what, like the 30s?
1930s, 1940s.
Yeah.
Before 1920s maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I don't fucking know. Maybe World War One happened, but definitely not World War Two.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely liked it, and the whole premise is this: the survivor of that expedition is trying to like get people to not go there because they're gonna restart again.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the urgent warning he's giving.
Yeah.
And the last thing for Lovecraft is the Necronomicon collection. Well, at least it's in there, but I would say it'd be Herbert West Reanimator.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the premise of Herbert West is there's this kind of like college university student called Herbert West and his partner, who I don't remember the name, but he's not important. But he's the guy. I mean, his partner's the one telling you the story about Herbert West, about how he wants to make this experiment to like reanimate the dead, and not like make zombies, like actually make like legit bring people back to life, like nothing happened, like they're okay, they're still sane, they got all their memories intact, and it's just this kid who gradually later on, as he grows older, fucking starts doing more and more experiments, using chemicals, using different things, using different bodies that have died in certain hours. Like the freshest corpse he found was like the most likely to reanimate, fully functional. So he ends up going there, and then the war happens in World War II, I believe, or World War One. I think World War One, because it wasn't World War II.
Yeah, because it was like the early mid 40s.
Yeah, early 30s before the war, and so World War One happens, and he enlists along with his partner, who's telling you the story, and all for the sake of there's gonna be a lot of dead bodies. I can experiment like shit here, and it's really unsettling only because there's a lot of key things that throws at you, and it kind of like as you progress in the story, you just can't help but think that they're reanimated in a sense, and so there's a lot of layers to it, and so when Herbert West dies, he doesn't believe he's dead, so it's just like he's probably somewhere out there, and this is all because October and all that shit. But also, fun fact is there is a TV show of the same premise called The Reanimator, I think, or is it Herbert West the Reanimator? I'm not even sure, and it's great. And the last thing I read, Goblin Slayer.
Oh my god!
So because of Goblin Slayer, I was really curious about the anime. I was really curious about where the story was gonna go, and I'm just gonna say straight up, it's like Berserk. I mean, mind you, at the beginning of Berserk, it's just a broken man, and if you don't include the Golden Age arc, where he find out why he's a broken man, all of Berserk is basically a broken man finding his humanity, and with these people that follow him around and the adventure with him later on, help him out, like save him from situations, and he saves them back. So Goblin Slayer is in a similar vein, where like Goblin Slayer is on this quest to fucking kill all the fucking goblins in the most inhumane fucking ways possible he could fucking imagine.
All I gotta say is,
fuck you. Anyways, so he gets more people in his party, and I thought it was gonna be a harem anime, and I'm kind of pleasantly surprised it's half right, because you get, along with the priest girl, you get an elf girl, and of course you've got the fucking guild girl, you've got his childhood friend, maybe there's gonna be another girl down the line, you've
got the witch.
Oh yeah, the witch, definitely, I forgot about her, the witch.
Okay, so here I'll even just explain this to you, and it was this 3-panel comic here. So,
Wait, what?
so this
The witch and where?
big titty witch and Goblin Slayer. Right?
Oh, her.
Wait,
And so-
hold on.
I'm joining you, lad.
I'll just explain this funny comic just so you can understand his mindset, right?
Continue.
Yeah.
This big fucking busty witch, hot ass bitch, comes in. Goblin Slayer goes up to her and goes, "Hey, lady, you know where I can find any goblins, or you know where I can slay any goblins? You know?"
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Forget the goblins. How about you come slay my pussy?" And then he goes, "Pussy, is that some kind of goblin?"
I've never heard of that goblin before. Can you please tell me more about it? Yeah, sure I can. Just come upstairs with me. I'll tell you all about it. And then like a minute later, he just comes down fucking angry. He's like, that's not a fucking goblin. Alright, but I mean,
Oh my
you're not wrong,
God.
dude. Like, besides those characters, it's not a fucking harem anime.
I mean,
Because you get a dwarf character that's an old man sage kind of guy, and then lizard priest dude.
But what if that witch wanted to kill him?
She didn't want to kill him. She wanted to get her pussy wet.
I mean, half the girls in this show are either gonna die or get raped. So
Yeah.
She should have just gone for a goblin.
Yeah, but Goblin Slayer is definitely a character who lost his humanity and is slowly on the way of regaining it. Mind you, he's still gonna be slaying goblins left and right because he's never gonna be satiated. Because you can't.
But
You just watch your sister fucking die in front of you.
But he stays true to his values.
Yeah. Which I did hear later on, because it's a light novel.
Right.
I read the manga, but there's a light novel, and there is a volume, I think volume 3, that focuses on romance. And it was kind of the lamest of the fucking light novel chapters. But I don't know who wins, but all I know is it's not the childhood friend.
Damn, she was the most busty.
She was the most busty. But I think it's going to be the priest girl or the elf.
Should be the priest girl.
I'd agree with you.
I'd be down with that.
I'd agree with you. But I'm more inclined for his childhood friend.
True.
Yeah.
Because
So,
you like him big and thick.
I like him big, thick, and fucking already had that established thing going on, might as well go full in.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's all I've been reading.
Alright,
And so that finishes our reading segment.
bring it in, boys.
Bring it in.
One more cup.
I've got the manliest fucking jugs here.
Makes a nice clink. Oh shit.
Alright, so the next thing
There we go.
Really drinking.
news. I guess I should probably go first because I think you have a meaty one on us.
I've got
Actually-
this one.
What are we
Alright,
talking about?
Santi.
I said,
news.
you got any news for us?
Yeah.
You said you had Pokemon Go news at the very least.
Well, news.
Yes.
These fries are delicious. Should get some fries. Have it.
Habit fries.
Okay, so news for me. Let's see. Pokemon Go. The 23rd of this month. This new shiny Pokemon. It's gonna be Beldum. It's gonna be a metal Pokemon.
Sour.
He's actually one of my favorite Pokemon. So,
Metagross, right?
Yeah, the first evolution, 2 Metagross. But yeah,
Wait, what? What was the first evolution called?
Beldum.
As in the fucking dumbbell.
He's like a fucking hexagon.
He's a little eye, just a little eye.
Yeah,
with,
like
little,
hexagon thing.
Yeah,
pretty
but
cool.
He showed him to me, and
But he's a dumbbell.
Practically, but he looks
Yeah.
pretty sick though. Like his shiny version is
I'm just
silver
saying
and
he's
gold.
a fucking dumbbell. It's a
Don't make
Beldum.
fun of my
It's my
Pokemon.
favorite fucking Pokemon.
He's one of our favorite ones. So his shiny Metagross shiny is actually silver
It's
and
because
gold.
you're
So
fucking,
I
like-
can't wait for that to come out.
This guy did not play fucking Gen 3.
no, I
News?
didn't. I
Nah.
do not know Gen 3 at all. So,
So what was when the Smash Ultimate coming out?
December 7th,
I
54
know that,
days.
54 days. So that's another news. That's the news I have right now.
That's good.
Alright, so yeah.
Go for it.
I guess I'll start on my news. My news are kind of short. So, we'll start off with Fate Grand Order. I don't play Fate Grand Order, but a lot of news hits me on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And Fate Grand Order is gonna get an update for Halloween called Oniland, starting October 24th, and it stars the best girl, which I can't remember her name, but she's the Oni assassin in Fate Grand Order, and you'd know her by the cup. She drinks alcohol. She's a little lolly girl, cute as fuck. And that update's coming out soon, and she's gonna come out with like new, I believe a new skin or something, just from what I could tell from the cover. But I'm just saying, she's probably the best bae. Next one, Amnesia: The Dark Descent receives a hard mode. This is kind of a little old. I'd say from last week, or last week or 2 weeks ago. But I'm just gonna say Amnesia: The Dark Descent has a hard mode that is basically no quick saves. You can only save in certain areas, and when you die, you start over. And when you fucking panic in insanity level, you start over.
That sounds like fun.
That game Amnesia is old. You probably have seen PewDiePie play it. So
I remember you talking about that game.
Dude, Amnesia's fucking fun.
Amnesia's dope.
Yeah, like there's two modes I ever played. There's the original story, which is I tried to get my brother in the original one, and it was kind of slow for him. Like he was like, "Dude, where's the monster? I want to fight the monster." It's like, "You're not gonna fight the monster." He's like, "No, this game's boring." And then like a year later, they came out with the Justine fucking like pack, which was free. It was a free update for everyone, and Justine was just the same Amnesia mechanics, just faster. So like you kind of.
It was a different story too.
Yeah, it was a different story, and you actively had the monster try to look for you. You had to solve these puzzles. Like it was probably like the game would probably be like maybe 40 minutes long by an experienced player, and maybe 2 hours long for someone playing it safe. Like I remember beating the game in an hour, and it was such a good fucking game. Like I was not disappointed with it. And with this hard mode, it's just kind of like that, because in Justine, when you die, you just start over
right
from the beginning. So it's just like it gave you that fucking high of like being in a life or death situation, because if you fucking fuck up and you let the monster get you, you're not gonna fucking survive one hit, and if you do, you're dead in the next hit, and you're gonna start over anyways. So it's just like I fucking love the update.
I loved it. Did you ever play a Machine for Pigs?
No, I heard it was not great.
I actually liked it a lot. I do think Dark Descent's a lot better, but I still think Machine for Pig was it was really good with its environment. It didn't really have as much of a monster presence as Dark Descent did, but the environment's really well done.
All right, I mean, I'll check it out.
I mean, if it's cheap,
on sale,
if it's hella cheap, like $5,
yeah,
I may pick it up if you like those games.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to get Machine for Pigs. It's just when I heard it wasn't that good, I just was like, all right, maybe it's not worth the full price right now.
Yeah, I picked it up because I was hype after Dark Descent. It had like come out like a week after I had played that, and I liked it.
All right, so I'm just gonna let you know that my news is gonna get from good to bad.
That's basically how mine is. Don't worry.
So all right, so the next good thing is Xbox announces a new controller, and I would like to kind of pitch it to you guys. So imagine that you're eating your Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
You know, you're just getting all that finger-licking goodness from that fucking bucket right there, and your friend hits you up to play Fortnite on the Xbox, and you have to play right there and then. And you pick up your controller, and you start the Xbox, and you're getting grease all over that controller. Jesus. Right? Do you find that a problem? Do you find grease a problem?
No, because I'm not a dirty degenerate.
But in this situation,
What are you calling me, dirty degenerate?
Yeah, all right. But
I see.
All right.
I see.
But in this situation, Sean, you are a dirty degenerate eating Kentucky Fried Chicken and grabbing a game controller, right?
No.
And that'd be a problem.
Okay, if I was doing that, then yeah, I suppose.
All right.
He'd never. Yeah.
Well, luckily for you, you have a greaseless controller by Microsoft.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get some KFC and go to eat at your house.
I just want to throw that out there because it's kind of nice that there is a controller that is grease-proof. You know, like
what?
Yeah, legit. Microsoft made a grease-proof controller, and their promo was really hilarious because they literally they were throwing drumsticks at it. They're also they were passing it through fucking waterfalls of fucking grease, the fucking bucket of grease
Yeah.
and all this shit. Like, golden liquidy grease. And I know it's just a promo and all that shit, but that'd be hot. I'm just saying.
So what if you jerk off and go straight to the controller? Is it clean? You know, it's not going to stick?
It's not going to stick.
Nothing?
Nothing. No protein will get on there.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, so I'm just saying, you know, just like, I just wanted to throw that out there because it caught my attention on Twitter and on Xbox. Like, I was just like, what the fuck is this greaseless controller? And I'm watching it, and I'm just amazed. I'm just like, oh god, they're passing it through fucking streams of fucking grease. And then they just throwing drumsticks at it. Like, I mean, they don't throw drumsticks at it. It's just like, you just see drumsticks flying in towards the controller, and it smacks it. It bounces off, and I'm just like, oh my god, they're throwing drumsticks at it. Guys, we made it. This is the future.
Nice.
So yeah, you know, just thank you, Microsoft. Next one, Destiny 2.
Oh god.
There is an update that is called the Festivals of the Lost. So it's like the I wouldn't say it'd be more like the Christmas event of Destiny 2, except it's Halloween, so it's spooky and all that shit. And I was really tempted to do something earlier today, but I didn't do it. So a lot of this update is going to give out a lot of goodies for each class of the Hunter, Titan, and Warlock. So special class gear for this event. You're also going to get a special ghost shell, special shaders for it, and what also is going to happen is there's going to be a few new modes to play, a quest to fucking solve. Like, there's going to be a murder situation that you're going to solve as a quest. But it's kind of interesting because it's Destiny 2. It's usually not original. So, yeah. See, I can make a joke. But I'm kind of hyped for it only because there's a lot of good activities coming out of it, a lot of good gear coming out, and there's a chicken helmet, like a legit chicken helmet that like you can get for your character, for your guardian. And on the Bungie website, which I wanted to do for Santi, you can paper craft the chicken helmet from Destiny 2 and wear it. But I was just like, nah, I don't want to pay, 60 cents to get these pages colored and all this shit, by the way. And cut them out and glue them together for just this guy.
Well, you would have spent 60 cents on it.
Nah. But, I mean, you had your fun with my helmet. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm kind of like demoing out my fucking Weeb Night outfit. Which I've got my shirt over there for when I go Halloween slaying. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be having fun with this outfit. I'll get chainmail later on, so I can fucking take a punch or two. Yeah. I'll be stab proof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the one guy from have you heard about the Zelda? What happened to the guy with the Zelda sword? So apparently,
which guy?
So this is my news right now.
Oh, alright.
Apparently, there was this guy who thought this guy was carrying a plastic Zelda replica sword of the Zelda. He ran into the sword and stabbed himself. He ended up going to the hospital.
Did the other guy get in?
How did he get in trouble? The other guy ran into his sword.
Was this in Texas?
I don't
because if it's in Texas,
it was just like hilarious. How do you? It's a sword. Like, why would you run straight into it? Like
in public, right?
In public.
Okay.
He ended up going. He actually ended up having to go to the hospital.
This has to be in Texas because Texas has a concealed and carry law where you can have swords.
Be careful about Texas because we have someone from Texas.
Good to Texas.
Yeah. Well, congratulations! That I have to tell you the good news. You can actually carry fucking swords out in public now.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can, legit. You can have it. Instead of having a fucking piece strapped onto you, you can have a fucking sword. Strapped to your back, strapped to your side. You can have a rapier. You can, or you can have a fucking claymore. I don't fucking care. I mean, there's probably certain restrictions and all this shit, but
right.
Man, I mean, come on. You can walk around with a sword. But yeah,
so how do you explain that to an officer? Sir, this guy just ran into my sword.
To that, I will answer the brawl that happened in Highland's Starship Troopers novel.
Mm-hmm.
There's this brawl that happened with these kind of like sailor crew and them being the mobile infantry. Because they're in uniform, they're at this bar, they're eating food. And these guys are like, we don't like these guys, we're gonna jump them. And so they try to jump them, and because they're combat trained, they fucking throw them down, and the police show up. And they're like, I guess they fell officer, and the officer being someone who was in the army, technically in the mobile infantry. And you have to be in the mobile infantry or in service to get these jobs, such as police officer or being in government and all this shit. They're like, carry on. They're like, yeah, they fell. Yeah, I'll buy that.
Carry on.
Get out of here. Get out of here, kid. It's just like, it's just like that. But it has to be Texas for your case. Because, I could see that being happening. They're like, well, I just had it pointing out, and this idiot fucking ran through. If he said something similar, and if there's a fucking witness that saw that happen, he's safe. I mean,
as long as there's
just point the sword out, and if somebody fucking is stupid enough to walk into it, just saying. And there's one last thing for news, which is probably the most negative thing ever. I don't know if you've ever heard of a fucking nice place, nice Golden Gate place called San Francisco.
San Francisco sucks.
Yeah. So,
say it again.
San Francisco sucks?
Okay, I just want to make sure I heard it.
Alright, okay. So, San Francisco is,
it's pretty nice out there. I've been there. Pretty nice place.
Not anymore.
Tell me why.
Well, you see, there are areas that you want to avoid that are homeless filled. And even then, there are areas that are filled with shit.
They've had a big problem with public defecation
and
all over the sidewalks and alleys.
Needles, fucking trash, a lot of shit. Like whatever's happening in San Francisco, whoever's running it, it's just gone down to shit already. Like literally. Like if you got people fucking like just dropping their pants, taking a deuce on the street.
Well, you gotta go.
And walking away.
They actually set up toilets on the street, but no one's using them.
Yeah.
It's almost like India.
I mean, if anything, they use them to fucking shoot up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, they've gotten a problem with that, and they finally come out with a solution for the public defecation. Would you guys like to know?
I know what it is.
I don't know.
So they've set up a group of specialized people to go around the city.
It's actually an app, yeah.
Yeah, to technically it's an app, but they're paying people for this to do this job.
They're paying someone to go pick up poop around the city.
Yeah, not just.
Do you know what they're called?
Hold on. I'm gonna build up to that. So they're not just picking up the poop; they're fucking power washing that shit to fucking shine. Like, if they clean that spot, it'll be cleaner than the surrounding area without the shit. Like, I'm just saying. Like,
what are they called?
The Poop Patrol. Guys, I'm just gonna see.
So basically, the idea is people download the app who live in San Francisco, and if they see shit on the street, they take a picture of it, and it posts, the location, the GPS location of this turd, so that the poop patrol can go find it.
This sounds elaborated by the same person who made this app. I bet you the person who made this app is the person responsible for the first shits ever.
I don't fucking know.
I swear to God.
I mean, to be honest,
if it's that big of a problem where there's that much shit, and they're paying people, like $30 an hour to do this, to go clean up.
We're in San Francisco. I'll be right back.
Something like that. It's like $25-$30 an hour.
Someone has
to do it.
In the words of Micro, it's a dirty job.
$30 an hour. In San Francisco.
I fucking have some.
Well, I mean, that's barely enough to even fucking get a.
Yeah, no, exactly. In San Francisco, I'm barely getting anything. No.
In the words of Micro, it's a dirty job and someone's got to do it.
Exactly.
I won't expect them to do it. Because it's not the fact they're doing this to clean it. It's just adding onto the situation that, okay, it's fine. I can shit anywhere and, like, there's going to be someone cleaning it up. Like, it's not going to stop it. And, the only way to stop it is to actually get just kind of rework the laws there to punish this.
Well, they need to be punished, right? If they're found
the problem,
defecating people that they should be fine.
The reason that these people are doing it is because they're legally setting up tents in the city. So
Really?
yeah, these homeless people are going to. I'm not saying all homeless people are like heading over to fucking San Francisco and setting up shop there, but because they just kind of don't care. They're drugging out or they're too fucking drunk and all this shit. They're just gonna fucking pull their pants down and let it go wherever. And that's just one person. If it's an entire group of people doing this, it becomes a big problem. And so it's not really, the solution isn't really solving the problem, it's working with the problem.
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm just saying, San Francisco isn't gold no more. It's brown. And that ends my news segment.
Let me just jump into mine here.
Fucking salty already. Make it good.
So this is more just, I don't know. Depends on if you care or not. Probably don't. So there's a live-action Mega Man series that was announced.
I don't care, but if it's good, I'll check it out.
Well, let me tell you, it's not an indie series. It's Hollywood that's actually doing it.
Oh, no.
No!
And a certain person, Masioka is the producer on this. If you don't know who Masioka is, they actually have one other thing that they produced, and it was the Death Note Netflix adaptation. So, you know, high hopes, right?
You mean the one with Black L?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, you know what? I'd rather have had the Japanese version of the live action. Like, that was... And it was fucking weird. Like, fucking L fucking...
How are they getting... Why do they let these people handle these things? Like,
you see... Okay.
Like, honestly, live action Dragon Ball was bad. Live action Avatar was terrible. I didn't even watch it. I knew how bad it was going to be.
I watched it.
I knew how bad it would be, but like I saw the trailer for it, and I'm like,
yeah,
no, this can't.
I watched it, and I was hyped for it.
How? Like, you hear the way they talk about like the characters, and I was just so upset.
It was Avatar. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot, and if it's good, I will fucking praise it, and if it isn't, well, I won't. And I took David to watch it with me, and
thank God.
I apologized to fucking David after it, and I remember like leaving like somewhere before like, no, that was fucking The Dark Knight. My bad. I took David to The Dark Knight too, but he also watched Avatar with me. I did apologize to him, but I didn't get a refund for the tickets. I sat through it all, and I'm just like, oh my god, this movie is so horrible. Fuck it. I'm just gonna just not like it forever. And no, okay. Look, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I'd rather have watched the Death Note live action in Japanese.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, it's weird as fuck too, because the character L, who's the detective looking for Kira, who's the guy who's signing people's names in death notes and they're having heart attacks and shit.
Yeah.
He fucking has this like weird gummy fucking brick candy in the toilet, and by the toilet lid, like that part of the toilet where you take off the lid and there's the fucking ring, the water, and like the thing that fucking lifts the water. The thing, he fucking hides candy there. I'm just saying, like, he's like, oh shit, I forgot I had this, and he fucking starts eating it right there in the fucking like shot, and I'm just like, that. I'm just saying that was a better adaptation of Death Note than the new Death Note. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's gonna be some hot ass.
It is.
Look forward to that.
Let me take a sip right now.
So, anyways, next thing is Mike Morhaime has stepped down from the Blizzard CEO spot. Now he's actually fully retired.
Oh, thank goodness.
So Mike Morhaime has been, the co-founder of Blizzard since 27 years ago. So it's hard to say what really broke the back of Blizzard, and I'm assuming it's obvious. It's probably obvious to most people that it was Activision, and it's been that way since Activision merged with Blizzard. It's been going downhill. So, and there's a lot of speculation even from people who used to work at Blizzard that Mike Morhaime stepped down because he was actually strong-armed by Activision because of certain things he was unhappy with how they're basically just taking away a lot of benefits and extra salary bonuses to a lot of other employees and stuff, and he didn't want that, and he seems to have been probably strong-armed out of the position of CEO. It sucks because Mike Morhaime has been there since the very beginning of Blizzard.
Like he was the face of it, kind of?
He's been the CEO for 27 years, yeah, co-founder, from the very beginning, Warcraft, StarCraft 1, Diablo, all that stuff. But
all I know is if I made a company up to this point, I would rather die in that position than fucking give it up.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's probably not his. It probably wasn't his decision because he's been there the whole time. But
I mean, I'm just saying something big must have happened.
Probably that we don't know about. And now it's the new CEO is J. Allen Brack. If you might have seen him from the meme where back 2 years ago when people were asking about will you ever bring World of Warcraft classic servers, vanilla Warcraft servers to back, and he said you think you want those but you don't, you think you do but you don't. He was that guy, and now he's eating his own shit because they're actually releasing classic,
yeah, because
it's actually going to be insanely lucrative and make them millions and millions of dollars.
I don't get why people would want to play classic.
I mean, it's just a better game than current WoW. That's why. That's just.
I mean, I guess,
fact.
But I mean, they're gonna. This isn't the old game, like old RuneScape coming back.
I'm saying, like,
RuneScape, it's more popular than new RuneScape.
Okay, what I'm gonna say is this isn't
old
gonna
RuneScape
be
better than new RuneScape.
Okay, what I'm saying is this isn't gonna be old RuneScape being old RuneScape and not the new RuneScape with the high, kind of high quality characters. It's gonna be like back in the day. This is going to be a World of Warcraft running in the new version, right?
We don't know yet. They're actually going to have, I think I mentioned this last time, they're actually going to have a demo for Classic WoW.
Coming out in BlizzCon.
At BlizzCon. So we'll actually see what they've done with it and if it's 100% true to the original or if they've changed it. And that's going to be a big decision also for people who are coming back.
I mean,
the majority of the population wants no changes, period. And I think if they did that, they would probably make the most money possible. So if they found a way to do that,
the way I could see it is they're gonna update the new game. I mean, the old game, really.
I mean, I think if they do that, they're just bleeding money, and people who really want that experience again aren't going to go back. That's what I think, but we'll see.
I don't know. It's because I haven't paid attention to it because
I've paid attention to it a lot in the 2 years, so I've kind of got a pulse on the classic WoW community and what they want.
I've never played it.
True. Yeah. People just wanted exactly how it was, and we'll see if they deliver on that. And we'll see that in 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
right.
If they actually deliver on that. So
I mean, they're already hemorrhaging by cracking to this.
I mean, they've right now Blizzard has released WoW as the by far the lowest performing and most hated expansion, BFA, that just came out, and they're bleeding money so hard with this because they've never had an expansion have this low of a likability rate or this many people unsubscribing, all this stuff. So I think they're kind of doing it because they want to kind of obviously
get those people back,
get WoW fans back, even if
they're going to low.
Yeah, if they can keep certain WoW fans happy, okay, but if they can get other people who want to play something else back, which is probably going to be more than current retail WoW subscribers, then they'll be happy with that. So obviously, because that's millions and millions of dollars. So
I mean, I just don't see it being feasibly beneficial either way.
What, they're making millions of dollars?
It'll be
for
short
almost
term.
No money.
It'll be short term.
It won't. That's the thing, because
if
classic WoW.
There it goes.
He killed the waifus.
My hair killed the waifus. I got it.
So I mean, the thing
the
about classic.
The reason I'm covering this up is because I have such a huge mess on this table. Lean it.
But anyways, classic WoW is not like a short-term game. It is a very, very, very long-term game. Unlike
don't you move. Don't even breathe.
Retail WoW is a very short-term game. It's basically just a big bunch. Every dungeon is basically a big collection of loot boxes to hope you get, hope you get a good roll, to hope you get a good roll, to hope you get a good roll on one piece of gear, and that's all you do is you just gamble that. And it's very short-term thinking of how Blizzard's done it, and that's why they've just been bleeding off subs. But Classic WoW is not a short-term game. People will play 6 months and not even see half the content in the game. Unlike retail WoW, which...
I wonder, wasn't that you? Weren't you playing like WoW for like hours and hours and hours?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Tell me, how many hours did you spend on WoW? Like,
I mean, probably just in total. I mean, it's probably like literally a year of playtime, like 300 to 400 days of actual playing time. So what? That's
damn,
10,000 hours.
I mean,
I don't know.
throughout your entire subscription.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But most of that's in the very first 3 expansions. The rest I barely played.
I mean,
how do you feel about the Classic?
I'm excited about it as long as they keep it the same and they actually keep true to Classic WoW. I will play it. If they want to change it and make it more like, new WoW, but sort of with an old WoW vibe or whatever, then no thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can only tell because they never showed shit for it.
They haven't showed shit. They've only said things, and then again, like I said, we're gonna see a demo.
Always.
Like the reason I'm thinking of it being an HD version of the old WoW is because RuneScape is doing something like that. Kinda. Not really.
I mean, if you want to talk about original RuneScape, then it's different than that. But
yeah,
if you're talking, RuneScape, class or old school RuneScape as they call it, that's the one that they picked to go along with rather than original RuneScape, which they discontinued. I don't remember what the name of it was, like RuneScape Original or...
Yeah, they changed the system.
But old school is the version that they kept with, and people seem to like that one the most, so...
I just don't know.
Let's get a RuneScape, guys.
I don't know enough to try to risk it.
So what, are we going to get a RuneScape? What?
No, we'll see. But anyways... Blizzard sucks. No.
You're not wrong, and I can only tell you from Overwatch and Hearthstone.
Overwatch was pretty fun. That was fun.
It was.
So anyways, just quick, let me just blast through the rest of these. So Baldur's Gate 3 seems to be actually happening. So Baldur's Gate 2 came out, I don't know, like 20 years ago?
Wait, by the people that made Dragon Age, right?
No.
No?
Well...
Wasn't Baldur's Gate made by,
So, it was made by the company with Brian Fargo, who's now with In Exile.
Yeah, pull that down and you should go to the bathroom.
Baldur's Gate 2 was originally made by Interplay. So, I mean, the thing is that Beamdog has the IP, and they did a really shit version of the Enhanced Edition, which no one liked. Nice pitch.
That was because my thumb... Remember, be aware of your injuries. But please continue.
But I hope that Beamdog isn't the ones that are actually making Baldur's Gate 3, and it's somebody... I actually don't think this. I don't think In Exile actually has anything to do with it. It probably is Beamdog that is fucking with this series. And it's probably going to be garbage because of that, instead of Brian Fargo doing it with his original team. But again, we'll see. It hasn't had a full announcement. It's just been teased by the original creator of it, by Brian Fargo. So we'll see. So one thing, Konami relaunched the official Suikoden series website.
You did?
They did.
Oh.
So Suikoden, one of my very favorite games of all time. Suikoden 1 and 2. Suikoden 2 is probably like one of my top 5 RPGs of all time. I mean, maybe we'll see a remaster or something come up because they haven't actually had this website up since 2015. I believe it is. 2015, 2016. I mean, I'm probably just being hopeful. It is Konami, so I mean, more likely what it's going to be is that they're going to fucking throw out some kind of Suikoden pachinko or fucking mobile title. That's more likely than getting an actual new Suikoden game or remaster.
Alright.
And then last...
I forgot if I can fully creep this in. I forgot something in my reading segment. The Final Fantasy house.
Oh,
yeah, there we go. That's it. That's all I'm going to reference. That's it. Alright, let's continue.
Just go on YouTube and type in Final Fantasy house.
And you'll find it by, I believe...
Down the Rabbit Hole is the series. I don't remember his... Maybe that is his name of his channel.
I think that's the series he does, Down the Rabbit Hole. But yeah, you'll find Down the Rabbit Hole furries. No. Down the rabbit hole Final Fantasy has. And
You could potentially say it's even worse than furries.
No, not even
In some ways, maybe. Otherkin.
It's pretty bad, but I mean, all they do are just autistically screech, smell, and just fucking attack people, whereas they don't rape them or attack animals.
They might
or sexually assault animals.
That's true. So or
robots.
Lastly, here is this is kind of a whack thing, because fuck Sony, as I like to say a lot. I like Sony for some things, but fuck Sony most of the time, like 99% of the time. They're good 1% of the time. So here's another bad thing. So Senran Kagura Burst Renewal. This game has had its Western release delayed because Sony strong-armed Xseed in removing the intimacy mode from the game, which is the mode where you just kind of go around, play with outfits and play with the girls, touch them, throw fucking sushi rolls on them and shit like that and whatever. And they Sony strong-armed them to remove this from the game.
You mean the thing that's always been in every Senran Kagura game?
It's been every single one. And again, so one thing, this is on the PS4 version only.
Of course, because there's only.
So I mean, if you're gonna get it, cancel your fucking cancel your pre-order, or just don't buy it on PS4. Just buy it on Steam instead.
Uncensored. Make your statement right now.
Exactly. Don't give Sony any of your money.
Yeah. Because they will backtrack on it.
I mean, this happened just recently with Sony completely canceling the Western release of Omega Labyrinth Z because it was unfit for the Western releases, they like to say. So fuck Sony. Buy Senran Kagura on Steam. Don't give Sony your money until they.
What about DOA Beach Volleyball 3?
Beach Volleyball 3? That's an older one, but.
Wait, 4? The new one.
Newest one is Dead or Alive 6.
It's not the 6th version.
Yeah, 6. Dead or Alive 6.
Beach Volleyball.
Oh, Beach Volleyball, I don't know about that.
Okay, because they made a 1 for Xbox, made a 2 for Xbox 360, and then they have this new one.
The newest full version game is 6. I know that 100%. Mm-hmm. Beach Volleyball, couldn't say. I don't know which version of that they're on.
I think it's 3, maybe 4. But I really want to get it.
Fair enough. Alright, so we're going to get into... let's move along here. Let's bring it in. And let's get into the funnest part of tonight here.
You mean picking on Santiago?
That's right. So Santiago, you're going to have a very active role here.
Alright.
Great.
We will be fixing the webcam right now. Give us a quick second.
We're going to switch over. Give us a second.
What's going on here?
Oh, done.
Jesus.
Just that quick. Alright, so the name of the game here, our main topic, we're talking about jabs.
Jabs?
Japanese adult videos.
You say jabs?
Jabs.
Jabs.
G-A-V.
G-A-V,
jabs.
not fucking...
I thought you said like a jab, like...
Nigga, I heard you say the P.
So let me explain what's going to happen here, Santi. So I'm going to introduce a girl, show a few pictures of her. I want you to give your initial impression.
I'm going to tell you better back off right now.
I
just married this woman.
Yeah, that's illustrious. Kaho Shibuya.
Yeah, Kaho Shibuya's costume.
So anyways, I'm gonna show some girls, give a little introduction. Okay. I want you to give me your first impression of them, what you think about them.
Alright.
And then I'm going to show you maybe some of their, works, censored of course. So you won't be able to see everything, but
You've got an imagination, guys.
Exactly. You'll have to fill in the blanks for some stuff. Okay. And then I want you to, at the end, give me a rating, 1 out of 10. What do you think of her?
At the end?
How come I'm on the hot seat here? Alright.
Of each
girl individually, yeah.
Alright, okay. You better fucking give this one a fucking 10 out of 10.
So right here on screen, we have Kaho Shibuya. So she's actually retired now. The first 2 girls are going to be retired girls.
I have her signature right here.
That's right.
I want to go see her. And those tits are real.
So she's 27 years old.
She's retired?
She's retired now. She worked in the industry for 4 years.
She's my age?
She's 27. She's our age.
Oh, shit.
So she worked from November 2014 till August 2018 in the adult industry here. So she likes doing things like bondage, cosplay, squirting. She does that a lot.
Yeah.
She does... now she basically does lots of modeling and public appearances and stuff like that. Lots of cosplay appearances, things like that.
She's been doing a bunch of promo for her latest job right now, but she's doing a lot of cosplay stuff on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. So what are your impressions of this girl? What do you think?
My impressions?
That is Supersonica that I am seeing.
Yeah, we have Chun-Li here too.
Yeah.
What do you think about her?
What I think about her? She should continue on her cosplay. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Like that.
And they're
Okay.
cosplaying, right?
Huh?
Cosplaying?
Yeah, on her
Okay.
cosplay.
She does cosplay. All right, so
That's how
there
she
you
is
go.
with that?
Uncosplayed here.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
So now we'll get into some of her, the DVD work. See, I had to kind of.
Yeah, look at those white bars. By the way, I was hoping you were gonna do the pixelation.
Nah, I'm not Photoshop. Well, I didn't even have Photoshop on my computer. I had to kind of very crudely do this, in a short period of time, but works out. So some of her the works that she does, being like an office lady in an office environment.
Or a teacher. Look at those fucking garter belt. Oh god.
She got the garter and the stockings going on here.
It's not even the same color as their fucking stockings.
True.
Oh man.
Same color as the bra though.
Yeah, it is matching the bra.
It is matching the bra.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we got her with the Super Friends.
Exactly.
The Super Friends?
Large breasted super friends here,
Is it called that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, I would definitely not. I'm just gonna say, I'd believe you.
And then,
Okay.
of course, there's basically nothing that you can show here. This is her retirement video.
Her retirement video?
Yeah. My god, look at the other panel. There's nothing.
You can't see anything on the palette. It's completely blank.
Yeah, that's just how much they were kind of showing. There's this is I think a 3-hour video of just there was some cosplay, there was some gangbanging, a lot of squirting,
Bukkake.
lots of bukkake. You can't really see much, but
I have it. I'm proud of it.
But anyway, so
I didn't get it at the con, but I got it. I won't say how.
So anyways, what do you think?
Yeah,
Out of 10. What do you think about this lady, Kaho Shibuya?
Yeah,
I feel that she is lucky she's retired at the age of 27.
fair enough.
In the score,
The score?
Out of 10, right?
What do you think about her?
10. I think she's a really pretty face. I give her, my taste, I give her 8, 7, 7.5.
So
Ooh.
hurting this guy over here. No,
Well, I'm not saying anything about his girlfriend.
She's
I know
only
exactly.
she's only a 9.5.
I'm not gonna give anything about your girlfriend. Sorry.
She's only a 9.5 compared to the
all right.
next girl.
So let
that's
me
gonna
get
come
into
out.
Ayu Ohara.
Oh, not her, but
Another-
she's pretty good.
Another retired girl. So she's also retired. She was working in the industry from 2011 to 2016.
She got me into her.
One of my favorites, and I was very sad when she retired. So she's 26 years old. She was basically the jack of all trades of the jab industry. Anything you could possibly ever think of.
She set her foot in.
She did it.
Yeah.
She was actually even in an idol group that consisted of only adult actresses
You're
for a
kidding
while,
me.
and she was in there from I think 20.
Is it a good idol group?
Maybe.
I mean, her music-wise. I mean, for science.
I guess it's alright.
Check
Check it out.
For a friend.
So
Are the music good?
it's alright.
Yeah. Alright.
And she was done in there in 2016, like about a year before or no, about the same time she retired from AVs, but a little bit before. But anyways, she's got a little bit of thickness to her, but kind of a thinner model. She's thick in all the right places.
Didn't she fucking disappear off the face of the earth?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what she's doing nowadays. Unlike a few of the other girls.
She pretty much disappeared.
So she did some she do, like I said, she'd do anything. We got lesbian stuff here. We got some
Cheating.
Cheating stuff. Young wife kind of cheating on her husband type of stuff.
I'd watch that.
Massage therapist here.
Massage therapist.
Exactly. Do I have another part? No, okay. So just checking.
Just checking.
I couldn't remember how many I had of her.
Alright, so yeah.
So yeah, what do you think about this girl?
Yeah.
I love how I'm in the hot seat right now. It's fucking hilarious.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
We had to bring you in somehow.
I mean,
Let's
you
see,
kept
hold on.
fucking ditching us for your girl, so yeah, there you go.
Thanks, guys.
10's your girl.
That's it.
Just saying, 10's your girl.
She's got
No,
first
My girl's
class.
a 10. So.
Oh, is she
let's
not?
see. I just said my girl's a 10. Can you not hear me?
No, I couldn't hear you.
So,
I needed confirmation.
What do you think? Give us a score here.
Score?
What do you think about her? Busty,
She has a
little
pretty
bit thick.
smile.
She does.
She does.
Pretty much it.
No number?
No,
Nothing?
no.
Oh, number?
Give us a score. What do you think?
9.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, even more than Kaha. Kaha's
I
done
respect
a lot.
that. I respect that.
Yeah, Kaha's done a lot. Okay, alright, next one.
So we got Yuria Satomi. So this girl's been in the industry a long time, since 2003.
Jesus.
So she's actually 34 years old now. So she actually has an interesting story that I came across because she actually even has a book. So actually she started doing compensated dating or fuzoku when she was about 14 years old until 18 years old.
Being paid to date people?
Being paid to go on dates with people and stuff like that. She was actually kidnapped by a yakuza when she was 14 years old because she was out doing this stuff. Was able to kind of break away from that, but she basically talked about how it was super, a very dangerous thing, being on the streets and just doing that kind of stuff. But she made a lot of fucking money. I think she reported when she was like 18 or 20 years old, she made $3 million in 1 year just doing this kind of stuff, just compensated dating, pouring herself out, basically being an escort girl.
Oh, okay, that's what compensated dating means.
More or less. It's not always sexual, but most of the time it is.
Mostly just lonely companionship.
Basically, yeah. Like people actually just pay. Like, we go on a date with me, and
date,
I'll buy this stuff, or I'll pay you.
You're going on a date, just
Be like my girlfriend, basically, for a date. That kind of stuff.
Shit, I'd pay good money.
Yeah. So she actually now works full time at a hostess bar.
That's cool.
And she's still doing videos. Like I said, she's been doing them for what is that? 15 years now. And she still does them. I mean, she's got a fucking rockin' by 34 years old, looking like that. Come on, dog.
All right, well, you got
So
any video?
obviously, her main style is doing the mature woman femdom stuff.
I mean, I
kinda
can
has it
tell
going
from
on.
her lingerie.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's all fucking
We've got
whited out.
Being like the tutor here, school tutor. Teaching you a few things. Office lady.
Oh my god, you had to cut off the good part right there in the next panel.
I mean, it was, there was some stuff going on there.
I mean, you could have shown a little bit more ass.
You can see it in the right panel pretty solid, right?
I mean, if you look at that, yes, but if you look at the one on the left of me,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just a little, just an inch or two. Was that too much to ask?
It was a little too much to ask.
Alright.
So you can even go to a hostess bar and meet her and everything. I don't actually know which one she works at.
You find out, man. Just saying. Okay.
And she actually likes it. She's done over 400 videos in her career, and she says she enjoys she used to meet fans and stuff like
she
that.
loves the companionship.
She was a fucking Yakuza member. I'm just saying, she's probably she probably can handle herself.
See, I'm trying to get to that because she mentioned she wants to retire from doing jabs and just get married, settle down. So
go on, Sean. I believe in you.
Sean,
go get
I believe in you. Go get her. Go get her, boy.
And she's fucking ballin' ass rich too. So
you just need to meet her.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Just find out where she lives.
So what do you think about this girl, Santi?
Well, she's your new wife, so I'll give her a 7.
Oh, all right.
You give that a 7?
Well, she's your new wife. I'm not gonna be.
Okay, I see what you mean. I see you don't want to intrude or anything.
Oh no, this one's my personal favorite.
So Hitomi Tanaka, 32 years old, been in the industry since 2008, still active. 32 JJ cup size.
What? She was what? Cup.
It's the same thing. Wait, 32O and 32 JJ are the same.
32O? What'd you say?
32O. And they're natural. Those are natty.
That sucks.
She actually does. She has mentioned that she doesn't like him. Well, she does like him, but she doesn't at the same time.
Because dude, you know how bad they are for your health. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. They're heavy as hell.
Yeah.
And if you try to do any type of exercising, they're just hurting your back.
I don't think she cares about that, but she's a very shy person actually, and she doesn't like all the attention that they give her.
Okay, so
no, yeah.
I will say one breast is bigger than the other.
Like, that's common.
But yeah, you know,
that's common.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you know, she's actually a black belt in karate. She could fucking whoop some
How?
ass.
Yeah. She's gonna hit you with those things? Just knock you out? Just
yeah, it's incorporated in her fucking in her fucking style.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She can do some stuff. Yeah, she's got some videos of her doing some that kind of stuff. You know, whooping some ass.
You gotta show me later.
I don't want to see
but
this.
Anyways,
yeah, I mean,
this was one of my favorites.
She does lots of MILF stuff or
tennis or
wife
breasty
cheating stuff. Anything you know that you can.
She did a
flaunt
down one. She did a fucking tentacle one.
Yep.
She did a fucking masseuse one, and she did a fucking voyeur girl one.
You would know.
I would know because
she's got over, I think, 200 videos.
I own most of her videos, man.
There's a lot. So, anyways,
I'll fucking admit it. I'm just saying.
Give us. What do you think about this lady? This fine young lady.
You got anything else on her?
Would you not be upset? You guys not upset? Okay, give her 5.
Ooh, 5. Okay.
I mean, I'm not that upset. I'm just saying.
To me,
it's a hit or miss because it usually involves her face.
Her face isn't definitely the best. These are definitely heavily photoshopped, you know.
Yeah.
But she's, you know, obviously the tits are the main draw for most people.
But she's pretty good. I can vouch for that.
So now I'm going to get into one of my all-time favorites, and newest girl, Sorashina. So she's 23 years old, very tomboyish kind of girl. She's been in the industry since 2015.
4 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see the product.
So you got, you know, got her here looking sexy. So she, like I said, she's been in there since 2015.
Okay, so she is relatively new.
She's pretty new, yeah.
Shit.
But she's one of the most popular jabs.
Right now.
Right now, she started doing, you know, like vanilla stuff, very, you know, cutesy things with her looks and everything. But she started doing like lots of femdom stuff, gyaru stuff, because she can definitely talk some shit.
Gyaru.
Now she does lots of. She's actually gotten.
Maybe gyaru.
She's even gotten a little bit thicker. This girl has a penis. Just that's why I had to censor that out.
What? You know what? I'm sorry, man. Traps are real.
That's a
trap right there. You see, son.
No.
Look closer. I see a trap. Yes, my son. Yeah. Get closer, fucker. Alright. You're good.
So she's actually gotten even thicker in her in her more recent days. She kind of does the.
Oh, it's worth. It's worth it. It's worth it. It just hurts.
Yeah. So now she does. All right. She's got this kind of stuff, but now she does more of the young wife stuff, some more cheating stuff. But because she's gotten a little thicker now, not even much, but just more of her fucking ass and tits gotten a little bigger. But I like her a lot. She's very, very cute.
I'm gonna tell you
she's
why.
Got kind of a tomboyish look to her.
I'm gonna tell you why. Continue.
Yeah, she looks pretty similar in a way. Maybe like younger version, you know. Mm-hmm. What do you think about her? What do you think about Sorashina? 4?
4.5.
He has huge standards.
What in the
And they're
world?
Not good, by the way.
Yeah, they're actually just terrible. Jesus.
Okay, well, I'll give you a 5.
All right. We'll ask you again after these.
Nothing.
And then you can refresh your mind.
I'll give you 5. I'll give you a 5.
What about the girl with the penis? Okay, anyway.
Yeah, you're more about that. That's like a 9 for you.
Yeah. No, that's 10 for him.
That's pretty good.
10 out of 10.
Remember, he likes traps.
All right, so we got Ike
No,
here.
that's you guys.
So we got the.
Or is it you as well?
Fuck you guys.
You see, the trick question with traps is you're attracted to the female, objectivity of it.
And we move on, Sean, you were saying?
So we got Aika, the Gyaru here. So she's been in the industry since 2011. She's 27 years old as well.
Oh, shit. I've seen her videos. Oh, my God.
She's got some good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I just recognize that tan.
Yeah.
I was going to say, she looks a little orange.
She's definitely got a tan going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She actually works at a Tokyo's Red Dragon Hostess Club, which is actually a hostess club with only foreign actresses.
What kind of club
I'm
is
sorry, can you explain more?
that? Can you explain this club, please?
Yeah.
A hostess. Okay, well, a hostess club is basically a club where people go to drink and they get girls to just come and sit with them and talk with them and drink with them, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, basically make them spend money. That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
Continue.
But it's with all porn stars. She works at there. She's actually also an escort girl in Japan. Alcohol escort girl. Just saying. I found this from some very very academic research.
Academic, by the way.
Academic only.
Yeah, just saying.
I may or may not have found a full database that has all
God,
porn actresses in places that they work outside of videos.
I
Cannot confirm or deny.
You see, I in my opinion, the beauty about a porn actress is you'll never attain them. You're telling me you can.
If you're Japanese, her company does not outsource to gaijin, dirty gaijin like us.
You mean dirty
But
foreigner?
you're half Japanese, so you're fine.
But he's still a foreigner.
True.
I'll sabotage him before you get to this gal.
You would, Edwin.
So yeah, what do you think about this girl? She's kind of you like her. She's a little slender. Got some nice titties, keeping the tan look going. What
I
do you
like the
think?
10. I gave her maybe 6.7.
6.7. All right. I don't respect it, but we'll go with it anyways. All right, we got the last girl here, Konishi Made. So she's been in the industry since 2013.
What the hell?
27 years old.
She's 27 years old?
27 years old. She's got a very cutesy look to her. She's actually very short. She's 4'10".
Oh fuck!
Oh my god!
That's kind of her main draw, is that she can do this like cutesy, cute girl stuff.
I know she exists, but I just don't like her stuff.
She does a lot of.
And,
she doesn't do much videos anymore, but here and there.
I'm just saying.
She definitely used to do more like cutesy stuff, vanilla stuff, schoolgirl type of stuff. Nowadays she does more lesbian stuff. Sometimes some pretty hardcore stuff too, but she's always just kind of had that draw here.
Yeah.
Doing cosplay stuff, So what do you think about this girl?
Give her a 5?
5? Dang. This guy's just a hard nut to crack. Alright. So I really want you to get more into this girl. So I've got one more picture for you that maybe it'll be a little bit more relevant to your interests with her.
Okay.
I can't give you anything on this just because I don't like this gal.
Continue.
Alright, but let me see if I can get you maybe a few points higher from 5. Alright, so let me see. What do you think here?
Fuck you.
They went from a 5 to like a 4. Again, they went to the whole place. That's fucking hilarious.
Can you please stop fucking up my desk? Just leave it.
Oh my god.
Just fucking leave it.
Okay. So I give it.
Fucking it. Alright. I honestly don't.
Oh my god.
This isn't my thing. I'm just. Why the fuck does it look like. What?
Oh my.
Did you fucking do this victory royale shit?
Oh
Why the fuck did you put the fork in my...
Oh my god.
We got
dude.
our resident Fortnite lover here, I figured, maybe this would make it, more appealing to him.
Oh my god. Well,
No.
it brought down the crowd. I gotta say that. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Alright, well,
Woo!
that's what we got then. So, he doesn't like it, even with, a little extra spice on it. It's alright.
Well, I mean, even I don't like it. And can we get out of here?
Woo! That was fun.
I just want to die. Just slowly.
Let's go back to PewDiePie. Jesus. PewDiePie, don't look at this.
We'll fix it in a second.
Yeah.
So, we have introduced you to the Japanese adult video scene. What is your opinion of it?
That brought me to tears.
Did it bring you to tears? In where?
I'm just.
Alright, but alright, look, like, you know the huge notable difference with that compared to ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? I'm just saying.
Oh
So
my
anyways,
god.
let's bring it in for the last segment here. I'll clank it down here.
Yeah, sorry. Just got a text.
Ooh. What's the last segment?
Recommendations. So,
Yeah, this one's easy. I can start it off.
go for it.
Alright, give me a quick second. Alright, so my recommendation for watching is going to be Blood Plus because it is Spooktober.
Mm-hmm.
Blood Plus is one of the, in my opinion, the best of the Blood series franchise. And, it revolves around this girl from Okinawa who gets involved with this government agency that is trying to subdue these vampire-esque creatures that hunt humans called chiropterans. And what ends up happening it's just her cutting down these creatures and like slowly regaining her memories of like doing this stuff and all this shit. So it's a really interesting series because it involves a lot of gore and psychological stuff. Like she loses her dad in the beginning of it. Like I would say like just before the first season ends, her dad gets involved in this accident because of these creatures, and he's about to turn, and she has to mercy kill him, and she ends up just icing him, and she's just this. She knows she's this normal gal, but because of how she is, right now at this point of the beginning of the show, she still thinks of herself as this high school kid, and she really isn't. She's been around for probably like maybe 200 years, and yeah, it's a really good, interesting horror sci-fi show because there's a lot of sci-fi elements to it. Alright, and I'd say for my playing segment, I would recommend Darkest Dungeon. I wouldn't recommend the Shindle mods because those are just skins, but if you get them, whatever, that's fine. But Darkest Dungeon is definitely a game you should try out, have fun with, see if you like it or not. There's a lot of fucking mods to it, like they add class mods, trinkets, different mechanics and updates to it. Like,
oh yeah, if you really get deep into it, you can get a couple 100 hours out of it.
Yeah,
It's
and
a lot.
And I mean, I've been enjoying Darkest Dungeon. Next thing is for reading, I would say I would recommend anything by Lovecraft, but so far I would recommend Herbert West Reanimated, just because for the average reader, it's probably more digestible, just because it's more like a scientific experiment of Frankenstein's monster. This guy's trying to reanimate the dead, and he succeeded in different ways, not in the way he wanted, but in different ways he has been getting closer and closer. And so it's just one of those psychological stories that gets into you. Like over time, like you even start doubting what the guy who's telling you the story is saying, because he's like, what if you reanimated and you don't know because you had this bomb drop on you and you woke up in debris and all this shit, and Herbert West woke up and all this shit, but the subject was gone. So it's just you don't know exactly what's gonna happen and all this shit. So there's a lot of stuff to interpret from it, and it is a really neat horror stuff, a horror story to fucking get into. In my opinion, all of Lovecraft stuff is a lot of horror stuff that is really unconventional for its time, and even now it's still unconventional. So I definitely recommend it, and that'd be all I would recommend for my recommendations. There's tags, but I'll get into that later.
Alright, well, I'll say you should watch Katakuri Circus. It's only been one episode that's out, but I think it's probably one of the coolest shows this season that I've seen so far. That's coming out right now. I'm super interested in. I think the manga's been highly regarded since it came out. What did I say, 2007, something like that. I mean, that's when it finished, 1997, and finished in 2007. But it's really cool. I think it's going to be one of the better shows this season. I think it's got 36 episodes that they're going to come out with, so it'll be pretty long running, and hopefully it stays good. And then game-wise, I'll say try out Shadow Tactics, the strategy stealth game that I was talking about. It's super cool. Like I said, it's fun to just pull out, strategies on the fly, try to figure out how to do the mission your own way, because like I said, they give you the mission goal and you do it however you want. However you can get to the goal in any way possible works. I like games like that are kind of sandboxy and let you do whatever you want. So that's all I got. Santi, do you got anything you want to recommend anyone to play or watch or anything?
Well, the only thing I would want to recommend is for people who are starting to listen to this podcast is to go back and hear our previous episodes.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Any tags you got, Sir Vega?
I just had it right now. Alright, so I guess my tag would probably be femdom, I guess. Just because of how it is. But it is by an artist called Sugi G.
The best.
The best? I don't even know this artist. I just
Top
got
10 of all
introduced
time.
to it. Okay. Alright, so this one is technically has a bunch of other stuff with it, but it is called the Megastore Alpha 2018-09. And it kind of revolves around this school health survey thing that they do. Like they measure girls and other shit.
Seichoki. That's the name of it. Yeah,
Seichoki. Seichoki. Alright, so this would be like the premise is more like it involves their like health their health nurse doing this like prepping for this
physical
exam kind of thing. And there's this young guy who like is into her and all this shit. And so like things happen between them, and they get intimate and all this shit. So I'm just saying, it's definitely not the kid that gets dominant, it's the gal. So I mean, it's not.
It's good. That's a good one. I've read.
It's not a kid. I'm just saying. It's just like the
yeah.
youngling is basically the one that gets baited into this, and like it's consensual. It's good. It's like it's definitely one of those dojins that like leads to something good out of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, the art style is really good.
Yeah, Sugi G's always been amazing art style. I think that's his most recent work. Period. I think that's come out. So.
Yeah, so definitely check this one out. I mean, I don't know if it's exactly femdom. That's just how I perceived it.
Sugi G's got a lot of stuff like that. So
yeah, so that's just how
you
it
can
goes.
find more in there. So I'll say because of a Sugi G, Dojin also was blindfolds. Let's talk about some blindfolds. Just add a little bit of kinkiness to stuff, There was a good scene in one of the Sugi G's from I think 2017.
Blindfolds always good.
Some good stuff with some blindfolds, and you can find that in most artists' thing. I think Pija has some good stuff, and hundreds of artists probably. Just check it out if you want a little bit of extra kinkiness in your tags. You guys got anything for Santi?
Such as?
Oh, good.
Of course, the normie.
It's okay.
He's a normie alone.
I wouldn't say I'm a normie.
We'll just bully you a little bit.
Yeah, we just.
I'm pretty sure
bully
you guys
but
bullied me like a couple of minutes ago.
I mean, it's nice that I got my costume on for Halloween because I want to be the Weeb Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Weeb Templar. It's like, if somebody asks me, it's like, I don't know, I'm playing someone from Maple Story. They'll believe me.
Probably.
Yeah, so...
Maple Story 2 just came out 2 days ago, so check that out, everyone. Not really, because the game looks like ass.
It looks like ass, but I have someone who is playing it, although right now they're playing a better game called Destiny 2. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Never heard of it.
I'd probably just rather play Maple Story 2.
Alright, so yeah, definitely, thank you guys for tuning in for the Dirty Casual Corner. I hope you guys learned a little bit about Japanese culture, and
Our unicorn's terrible taste in jabs.
Yeah, I mean the whole
we'll find his taste someday.
The whole reason we're trying to do this is just so we can more or less gauge, right, what he might be into.
I think you've got more of an idea now.
Yeah,
just slightly.
Good luck,
but
guys.
I mean, these gals, I'm gonna tell you straight up. You know, we respect them as people, but let's just face it, we can definitely differentiate work from you know, the person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, you know, not a lot of people can do that. You know, you got people from fucking like.
I mean, we've got you who even met Kahu Shibuya.
I met Kahu Shibuya, but I talked to her respectively.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, you know, there are some people who will like know certain people from like, you know, some rom-coms or sitcoms or like some dramas on in the West technically,
right?
And that they hate their character. But like, for example, Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone hates Joffrey, but the guy's a swell guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the actor's done a good job, and he still can't get a date. I'm just saying, you know, it's just like I can differentiate the character from the guy,
right?
Or the gal. You know, I'm just saying,
right?
You know, not a lot of people can do that. But
all right, well, thank
for
listening.
You guys for tuning in.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Good fun.
And hopefully for
time.
Halloween, I get to fucking have the full thing. Well,
Chainmail and all.
Chainmail and all. Alright, so let's bring it in one last time.
Alright. Good night, guys.
Good night. Have a good one. And take care.
Take care.
Until next time.